Everybody, welcome to the first official fmell monthly Melee League of Legends game, and we are actually here. I am JMX. I'm joined by Evan Drakes, and today we're playing. We're watching the Bethel Pilots play against U of M Esports, University of Memphis, I recall. And we have already started the draft. Oh, did we not start yet?
We started the drafting.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so draft is started. Um, Graves Kindred ban with a Warwick ban. So it looks like they're just banning comfort picks now. Honestly, this
Yeah,
looks
it
like a
looks like Bethel Pilots are trying to ban out the Masters player on their team. Especially as I looked and she was a Kindred player for jungle, that Arcane.
Mhm. I mean, with the name like, Kindred Garden, you'd assume that they're uh a Kindred player, allegedly.
Right, right.
And so yeah, they're doing this quick. They have these people have this shit like on lock. I apologize for the language there, but picking up the misfortune immediately, still a very strong ADC right now in the meta. I know Worlds patch, I believe, nerfs her or retunes her one more time. However, that patch is not out yet officially, so she's still very strong in a Volibear for I believe that's gonna be jungle. So far we're seeing pretty much meta staples so far. Not really any severe like the comfort bands obviously in the bands, but for the most part the compositions are gonna be mostly meta, I assume. So
Looks like we're going for like a early game steamroll, getting rid of like a lot of the scaling characters like
and a
Yumi and
threat.
Lulu.
That is true, but they got volley thresh with a Vex. They've already picked up their mid, or that could be Flex's support. I have seen Vex support a few times. It's not really great. So unless their support player is a very talented Vex OTP, this may just be a mid pick early.
Interesting one too.
Mm. Taking their time for this last pick here.
A
Trundle. So that's
Trundle.
Trundle in the jungle. So it looks like they're keeping their support pick kind of questionable at the moment. So this is probably going to be an ADC pickup, or they might use this to counterpick the mid lane here and just take their time. Either or, it's a pretty
Right.
good idea.
No Sivir
Nope,
is
they're
a
going to go for the. Oh,
Xerath, yeah.
oh, so that is a Kane jungle Volibear top? Okay.
Oh wow.
So they dedicated that top pick immediately for that Volibear. So I assume U of M's top laner, I believe that is Bod is a very good Volibear player. They're very confident in his ability to just lock that volley immediately.
Right.
But let's see what these
Blitz
bans.
ban.
I mean, yeah, banning a support out is a very good strategy. You never
That
want
is
to
true.
leave any support player open with good options. So being able to kind of nerf all of them as fast as possible is a pretty good plan overall.
Surprised they didn't get rid of a Pike or Alistar though. Or a Senna. Those are
Well,
all
we
OP.
still might see a Pike, Alistair, or Senna ban in this last one. If they fully ban
Yeah.
out a support here, that'd be crazy. If it's just like four support bans and a Warwick. And we are waiting for this last ban here from U of M. That is going
A
to be Leona.
Leona.
That's good though. I mean, the enemy team's comp is very engage heavy with Misfortune, Trundle, and Vex. So I guess banning out the Leona is actually probably a safer option while they ban the Caitlyn on Bethel's side. As we get into this, we're looking for this last ban here. Could be, or this last pick rather, for
Caitlyn.
U of M. They banned the Caitlyn. I think that's kind of fair. Caitlyn's a very strong champion, especially into squishier targets like Misfortune, like Vex.
Yeah,
Champions
she,
who that ultimate can kind of just pop out.
especially with her longer
Mm.
auto attack range. She has a higher
Yeah,
base score than most ADCs, so she kind of just.
right. And it looks
Here's
like
the
we're seeing
Nautilus pick.
So we're seeing a Triss Thresh Misfortune Dottle. So hook, we're having a hook war in the bot lane, it seems, and we're
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
seeing this last pick, which is probably going to be the top lane, most likely, unless that was a flex pick with the Trundle.
maybe an Aatrox.
Aatrox would be very good here. I
Aatrox or
agree.
Mord would be pretty strong.
Mordekaiser would be strong, but the issue with Mord, I think, with this comp is so far three of these four champions can buy QSS, and it would work fine into the kit. Fiora,
Fiora,
that is also a very good top lane
strong
pick.
pick, yeah.
So there's one of two ways this can go. This can either be the traditional gore drinker, aggressive conqueror option, or more recently that grass build with Hullbreaker and pure and kind of borderline tank build.
Right.
So either, I mean, because Fiora really doesn't need to build damage much anymore because of that true damage on her ultimate. Just chunks
Yeah.
players out very quickly, and especially in team fights like that. If she hits all procs and Cassiopeia for the U of M,
Wow.
both these teams have very strong compositions. I think just strictly for
And
team fighting
we're back.
exclusively, we see
Sorry
U
for
of M
the
with
technical
with a slight advantage
difficulties,
here. You know,
but
ults like
we're
Thresh is
back
like the
here
box on Thresh,
with map
Volibear and
2
Cassiopeia with
of
great
our
stoppage. Tristana for they have a lot of
amazing
disengage as
grand
well on U
final
of M, but
series. We saw
at the same time, Pilots has a very aggressive engage comp. So we got to see. We'll be seeing that go in here shortly as we're getting ready to go into lobby. As that is the compositions we're going to be seeing. Now, Evan, based on the composition, obviously I want to get a little bit of insight from you. You know, you're a higher ranked player than I am, so I want to kind of get your feedback. How do you think these comps are going to perform? Like, I'm assuming that we're seeing a very hyper aggression comp versus a very anti, like a dive comp versus anti dive here. We've got not misfortune, Vex Trundle versus that the Thresh
Right.
Volley, Tristana.
Well, I think in the top lane,
Mm,
Fiora might win that trade-off just because the true damage on her passive hits and just her ultimate.
More of a dog
Plus, she
Right.
person,
can
huh?
volley Q, can get parried and stunned back to him if timed properly with her W.
You
Kind of making that work for
overspell.
Fiora win.
Oh, absolutely. I think, and also too, Volibear has a lot of CC that can get parried,
Oh yeah.
which is the other big issue. Is there's a lot of damage that Fiora just can just completely auto negates in the early game that you have to kind of be worried about if you're Volibear. However, we could also see a very weird situation where this is a Kayn top. That has been a there have been players who've been running Kayn top just for the fact that it's a very early Ross transformation. I don't assume that's what's going to be happening here. However, it is always a possibility. So they're picking at Leona immediately. Is that oh they and already this is scuffed. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to have someone leave the game. Leona. All right, NA production. All right, NA League. Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
welcome to the. I can't even be mad about it because I knew it was gonna happen.
Right. Well, with the jungle pick, Trundle kind of beats anybody else at level 1. So and with a Nautilus, I could totally see a invade from BP.
Right.
Especially with Vex Sphere and just all that CC they have
Mm-hmm.
a strong invade.
Absolutely. Like I said, that they have a very aggressive invade there. Like, but at the same time, I think they really don't want to take that. They don't really want to give Kayn that early Ross because they have 3 melee champions there, right?
Right, and they're all
If
melee.
If Kayn can get any damage output, any good chunks on all 3 of them, then that's probably gonna be like an 8 or 9 minute Ross at the latest. Especially
Right.
because we know this Kayn player is probably going to be relatively aggressive. They want to kind of keep that pressure on the entire game. So we have to be definitely on the lookout for this Kayn getting those early game ganks, especially onto the bot lane. Thresh hooks are obviously a little bit more aggressive in necessity, especially with Tristana. The timed bomb can do a lot of damage on a burst like that, and with Kayn's relative decent burst as well, it can be a definitely good threat.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think overall though, BP will win most of team fights if played well. Because if they
Right.
can just catch that Cass out, it might be it just becomes a 5v4 instantly.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely one of those situations where you have a relatively good quick value.
I get why they picked the Thresh so he can lantern them out, but I don't know if that's always gonna be available.
Right. Now, one of the things, and they almost accidentally picked the wrong champion. This is truly North American League at its best.
My genius will be understood.
This almost happened twice in a row. That'd been incredible. But I definitely think the other thing I want to point out as well, at least from my point of view as well, like I said, it's essentially just dive versus anti-dive. It is just really just about who can get those valuable picks,
As well?
Oh, yeah.
and from there, that's where you get the advantages around.
More of a dog
If
person, huh?
they cannot get those early game dive advantages, then I think Memphis can kind of pull this out with a relatively swift victory. But again, we just have to see once we get into game. Cassiopeia is a very strong champion as well, regardless of the overall meta, just because of how strong this character can be. Build, and especially against this comp, which is relatively bulkier. Build items like Leandri's and Demonic Embrace are really valuable in cast. There's gonna be a lot of burn damage coming from this Cassiopeia, especially with the Conquerors and Seraph's Embrace. You're gonna be seeing a lot of natural sustain come off of her, where she's going to be able to go into a fight at about half health and probably come out with full HP.
Her strongest things is that W of hers makes you what is it?
Immovable.
You can't use
move.
mobility.
Yeah.
So Fiora gets Q'd canceled entirely, so she can't get any resets or dashes into that. So it really just shuts down Fiora.
It also shuts down all flashes. Flashes, if
Right.
they and a lot of ADCs are also running non heal sum spells, including Ghost and all that. And if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure Ghost is also negated by that. I could be incorrect on that, but I believe Grounded does also shut out um, the Ghost and other similar summoner spells. So Cass is a very dangerous champion against this comp, and especially against a very good dive comp. One W can just immediately stop a dive,
Right.
which is very important for this Memphis team. Excuse me. Kind of trying to remember the names here off the top of my head. And as you see, 3 minutes in, we're gonna have a 3 minute delay here, of course, on our end from the tournament. So of course we just have to, we'll be having the spectator delay. Just in the meantime, we're gonna be just talking about overall. We have other. I don't know if we have the bracket actually on hand. If we do, I would really appreciate that. If we don't, no big deal. We do have a few more. We have one or two more universities, I believe, with I think the Hoosiers. Um, okay, I don't think Splarge is a team, nor is team with no name. But we at least have 3 or so university teams here playing in this monthly melee, which is actually pretty cool. If I'm being honest with you, I really like the fact that we have a good university presence here. Much appreciated to all of you guys who are coming in to watch. With that being said, though, one of the bigger things that we're going to be looking forward to later is obviously we have a lot more games to happen. There's a lot more incredible matches, incredible players that we're looking to see. And for everyone watching at home, just be sure to yell in the chat who you're rooting for, and who you think's going to win this first game. Personally, I think it really obviously like all league games, it depends on how they play. But going off of sheer composition alone, I think that Memphis has a good early advantage just due to the composition of a strong anti dive with a relatively good core of damage. Rost, of course, will be doing max health damage during the mid to late game. So as long as they can hold out to them, that's going to put them at a really strong advantage. On the other hand, though, you look at this very good dive comp where if they get ahead early enough, then counter diving and strong burn damage won't matter too much, or a lot of that max health damage won't matter as much. So it really just does depend on how aggressive or how passive these two teams play.
Right.
And then obviously other external, like other random factors like souls and just general like other things, other situations that we probably are not going to see early on. Heck, we don't even know what runes they're going to run. We can obviously predict, of course, but
yeah.
I mean, it's the only champion I'm actually relatively confused on runes for are probably going to be either Misfortune, which either going to be Arcane Comet or PTA, and then Fiora is either Conquer or Grasp. There's no way Trundle's going to be running anything else besides Lethal Tempo. No way Vex is running anything besides Electrocute. No other way Nautilus is playing anything except for Glacial Augment. Same with the Thresh there.
Right.
Thresh could run Guardian, but it's not as effective as the Glacial Augment is.
Yeah, Cass will probably run Phase Rush, and Tristana saying probably PTA or
I don't think I think Cass could probably run Conquer into this. Like I said, that heal, that strong sustain is pretty ridiculous if you're a Cassiopeia, especially with like the Seraph's Embrace. Running builds like the Demonic, the Leandries will all do a ton of damage that can heal you in those fights. It's actually kind of a good thing if you're like in these games, because I remember when Ravenous Hunter was still in the game, Cassiopeia would run that and just have insane sustain in fights. So it looks like, oh wow, they're playing a kill lane for that top. They're playing a kill top lane here. That is a PTA Ignite Volibear.
Wow, yeah.
They are just playing to get those kills. That is incredibly. That is a very interesting setup here. But getting started here. It looks like we're seeing Bethel University playing kind of towards the bot side here. They might go. Are Bethel going to go for the early invade? Oh my gosh, they are.
I think They are. They get that
Catch
strong.
Tristana. They might catch off Tristana. Let's see if this happens. If they catch nope, that is a too aggressive play there. Yeah, so there is the ghost out from Misfortune, but Tristana still seems to be running that heal. So we'll see how that impacts the bot lane there very early on. Thresh is actually running Guardian here. Interesting. Alright. That is very interesting to see. So it looks like they're roaming towards that mid lane here, trying to get some vision advantage. But grabbing some vision in that red side jungle is very good for BU. But at the same time, though, it looks like Bod was able to ward that. Or sorry, no, Kane was able to ward that red buff as they immediately recalled to get that sweeper. So let's see how this early game is going to turn out. We're starting on the blue side. We're starting on both blues for either jungle. Now, these early games are actually very interesting. You see, Kane can potentially go for an early game top onto that Fiora. You know, having the Volibear stun can pretty easily bait out a parry early and then just try to do as much damage as they could. Fiora, as I said, is running that grass build, so she will be a little bit tankier in this early game and into the late game as well as being able to pressure those demolish stacks a little bit further on early. Looks like Volibear is going to play back, though. Doesn't want to actually take too much advantage there. Just trying to avoid taking too much damage early and maybe wait for that Kane gank. Trundle's doing that full top clear, same as Kane. We might see a... This is a very interesting way to play this right now. You know,
I need a hook on Thresh. Thresh getting low. Might have to flash here. Doesn't flash. Heals. He shouldn't kill.
Oh, wow.
Big fight bot lane. Volley and Fario are fighting top lane again.
Yeah, that's actually very good that Thresh lived there. Had to burn only one summoner spell. That's actually better than nothing. They traded 1 for 1. Not too bad. Yeah, that top lane is trying to trade aggressively here, but as we know, Kane is nowhere near. Kindergarten is on the Cinderback now.
You're almost dying to volley. Getting that nice shield and ignite going off. Flashing on the volley onto the turret and killing him for first blood.
That is a very good kill for this top side. Does this actually kill him? Yes, he does. And does not actually die himself. The Trundle, though, Chill Viper is running up for this right now.
Looking for it. You were teleported up.
Oh, he's dead here. This is no way he's gonna. There's no way he lives this here. Unfortunately, he did overstay. He probably should have just went under tower to recall. That is very unfortunate. However, Fiora does not get the kill there. It is only the Trundle getting that pick. However, that can be pretty dangerous for this team in the late game. Let's see how this goes out. Kane is kind of just roaming through the bot jungle at the current moment, just trying to get as much information as possible. Maybe trying to get some poke out onto this Nautilus.
Maybe not. I think he might catch him out here, though. All lane rotating up.
Oh, really?
Going in. Thresh landing his hook. Good invade here.
This is very good. I think I'm a little bit behind you guys, but yeah, very good hook. Very good hook there. Actually getting an incredibly good advantage there. Unfortunately, the Thresh does pick up the pick there. Sad to say, but we're going to see how this works out.
Giving the kills to the ADCs and stuff, but...
Looks like Bodwoman is just trying to kind of farm up there to level 4, but look at this. Chill Viper is just going right into the enemy jungle, trying to get that Gromp right when it respawns. That's actually huge.
He's gonna be a little careful here with Bramble Vest on volley already.
I mean,
take these trades.
It's a very good item option though. Here, getting this Bramble early, being able to get that sustain early out. Unfortunately, he does miss that cannon though.
Going in for it. Trundle coming up for him.
This is what you got to worry about. If you're even though you're not necessarily behind on this Volibear right now, you have to play careful especially if you're building the Bramble Vest this early.
Right.
He does actually almost pick out the Fiora though. Fiora getting down to relatively low HP there, around 200 HP. Could have potentially killed him.
That kill again too.
Yeah, Chill Viper is getting relatively strong at the moment. This is very interesting to see here. Mid lane's been relatively kind of low impact at the moment. They're not really trading with each other all too often. Both at relatively high HP, just kind of doing their thing, farming out lanes. As you see, and almost a very good hook there from Gimmick.
Hook, good invade, or gank.
Yep, very good invade there, burning out a flash there from the Vex. But she does get level 6, and she does have the ability, to, if she wanted to, if the Trundle did rotate towards that mid lane, they could potentially get the pick there. Kayn does get some blue orbs there. Unfortunately, not perfectly worth.
Right.
So let's see how this goes.
Drake is up now. Slowly, Kayn starts trying to, or both junglers try to take bot and mid control.
And it seems to be an early Infernal. Not exactly the greatest for either team here, but, you know, more damage is always a benefit. I don't think either team can really complain about getting that damage output, that little extra poke of damage, especially your like champions like Cassiopeia and Tristana. Like, obviously, those mid and ADCs really like that extra damage, but it can definitely affect the rest of the team as well.
Oh, yeah. Cooler really is trying to, you know, keep Volley from farming, but canceling his XP.
It's just, it's almost working, but now that's under his, it's relatively close to his turret. He can just kind of free farm this. Unfortunately, he does miss the cannon again. Bottom is just not having a great time farming these cannons. It does get a decent amount of damage. That was a decent chunk of damage, all things considered. Being that low and that much behind in levels, you have to admit that is a very good way to play that. And
oh yeah,
he's still not 6 yet. He's still a bit off at the moment. Does finally hit it there. Lanes are just relatively stagnant now. Nothing really going on at the moment. Just kind of a nice little
for that blue invade. We might have a fight in the jungle here soon.
Oh, looks like it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Trundle is on this straight. Trundle is on this blue buff.
Rotating over.
This is going to be a really intense fight here. Well, Balade's also fighting as well. We have two different fights going on. Volley's not going to back. He's actually going to rotate out. But, oh, it does not look... Kayn does get the blue buff there, which is actually, I think they might just call it a fight there. They don't really need to go in anymore. Looks like they're just trying to force them away. Well, bot lane is relatively... Again, both sum spells are up for... all sum spells are up for both bot laners.
Oh,
so
no.
we may see a fight here.
Big hook from Nautilus there.
I believe they're asking... oh, wow, a very good hook from Nautilus there. So, I believe what they're asking of fmell... I think they're asking to order the blue side to be Volibear, Kayn, Cassiopeia, Tristana, and Thresh in that order. If you're able, or whoever is the whoever for production, if they can do that. If they're able to just click and drag those icons to put them in top jungle, you're going to be moving Kayn to the second. No, on the bottom. No, on the bottom of the, like on the bottom category. You see where the items are and all that? Yeah, so there. And then you're gonna just move them to, and Cassie, the Snake Lady is going to be in the middle. And then the green guy's at the very bottom. And switch her with the Yordle thing. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Excellent, we got that. Alright.
Volley has that Shen now, so he can really get some damage in.
Yeah, that Sheen is just a very broken item on most top laners. Any champion that runs Sheen usually gets a relative advantage. Pretty much a staple item on all fighters and bruisers alike. Although, admittedly, I don't see the appeal. As a Eclipse Darius player, I see no reason to ever run that item.
Power dive from blue side. Volley's gonna... Oh, he cancels turret, so he's safe. Very low, though, so he's gonna have to give up some farm here.
He's going to... Oh, he still dies. No, he doesn't. Oh.
His ult cancels turret
chance. I did not know that. That is a new fun fact I learned about Volibear. I usually see that. I usually see that champion only in the jungle. I've never seen that champion in topside in a very long time.
Blue side, I would say Blue needs to start Herald here to get the straight off, or at least try to get a lane push.
But unfortunately, the Herald is pinked at the moment, so it's going to be very hard for them to get that value. It looks like they're trying to pull this out here. There's going to be 4... Yeah, but that's going to be the...
Nautilus hook.
That is cheeky.
Tristana teleport and everything.
But they do get the slane.
Again.
Tristana does get out here. They could have used the Lantern instead of Flash, but you know, this is what it is. Looks like Cassiopeia is getting kind of deep chunked here. However, they do use that Misfortune ult to kind of prevent the Nautilus from getting pulled in too far. Fiora is getting out damage here.
Amazing turret dive from Red. Nautilus getting that Q. Hex Flash Q onto the.
That was a good Cassiopeia ult, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get much. They do get the kill onto the Nautilus there. However, Thresh is going to get out safely, but that is still a very unfortunate trade there. 1 for 2 is not great if you are U of M. However, there's not much of a gold difference at the moment. Only about 2k gold right now at 10 minutes. Pretty significant enough to be a concern if you're Memphis. However, it is still a winnable situation right now. Looks like we're seeing Darkrai actually start roaming here a little bit, going towards that top side, maybe trying to remove some vision. Volibear gets actually the first plate here for this top side, and yeah, you said it yourself. That bot turret for Memphis is just not looking great right now.
They was able to live that 1v2 down at Herald's.
Oh yeah, no, that was another impressive thing. I don't know if she dedicated flash for that. However, it is definitely a safe thing.
Oh, Ollie's gonna get caught out here maybe. Oh, unlucky. He clips the corner there.
That is you hate to see it, you know.
Honestly,
you really do.
Definitely, everybody's looking for this Herald here. It's massive amount of gold platings from it if you can get it pre-14.
Oh yeah, and I mean this is probably the way the Volibear is kind of staying in this game in terms of gold wise. Getting those, they're down 15 CS at the moment. Really, Memphis just kind of down on a lot of those categories right now in CS at the moment. It seems like they're going to pick up this Nautilus here, and that is going to be Kindred Garden getting a decent amount of orbs here for that red. So I believe they're going to be relatively close to that Kindred Cane transformation. Obviously, a very significant pick there for U of M. However, there is still a lot going on here. Misfortune is taking that solo turret XP. However, looks like U of M is going to get a very safe Herald here, which I assume they'll be taking top lane to get some value there. However, hopefully I'm assuming they're going to either wait until the turret plating goes down, but that seems a bit dangerous and risky for them. They do need to get this gold differential kind of evened out a little bit. As we see right now, there is still around a 2k difference for BU's advantage, but we shall see if this is actually going to stay consistent for the rest of this map, or for the rest of this round, rather. Same map like it's Overwatch.
Well, Misfortune getting Kraken Slayer now. I mean, really big, especially because Tristana's maybe 5k away. The other top laners have items. Both junglers do.
Right.
A huge Nautilus Q.
And that was a very good poke of damage. Cassiopeia did not really take that much damage, all things considered. And looking at the itemization right now, we do see Ross here coming back into the mid lane here trying to get some value. But also look at this Cassiopeia. She's almost finished her tier. That was a interesting flail from Thresh there. And an interesting hook. But it looks like they're just going to be kind of pushing out this mid. I mean, it looks like they're trying to get this mid lane some extra gold, but only Kane gets the gold there. Sadly, Cassiopeia was not close enough. So Kane gets 300 gold there instead of 160 for each. A bit of a misplay there, if you're asking me.
Yeah.
Which, if you are, I don't know why. But it's just one of those things where you want to get value on both of those players. You want to get Cass some extra gold because she can actually grab her mythic, but she got it. She already got it, so that's not a big deal. However, still something a little bit unfortunate. Fiora does pick up that Divine Sunder, so now she's doing max health physical damage here, as well as a decent chunk of healing as this fight does happen here. Volley is nowhere. Right now, it's a battle between a healing item on Divine Sunder and a anti-healing item on Bramble Vest, and it seems so far Bramble Vest is the better item than Divine Sunder.
100%, especially.
However, is Trundle? Yeah, Trundle's not rotating back up. This Fiora does not care about the Volibear.
She definitely could. She wins this fight pretty easily now because she seems like she has that item advantage.
And I believe she still has her ultimate up. So this is just one grand duel away from a fight. And it looks like Cassiopeia is just trying to get her ult off there. And she does get the ult off.
Really
slightly
slows her.
It is the thing that's really unfortunate in that situation is Cassiopeia probably could have won that fight if she used her ult a little bit earlier. But I get trying to hold it off for the last possible moment. It's just one of those things that's just like timing wise, very unfortunate.
Very tricky move to hit there. It's sad, Trundle gets that speed. He can slow down with Blue Smite. She doesn't really get to buy boosts.
Oh, I was correct on something in chat. You are correct. Divine just procs before the heal cut. You are correct on that. I do apologize. And it looks like we're seeing Ross go into this play, getting a very good knock up there onto this Nautilus. Nautilus is able to disengage with the hook. Volley's just hanging on for dear life right now. This Volley's playing so aggressively. Volibear does not care about the fact that they're like at like a quarter of HP with no mana. Because Fiora is too. That's the philosophy. I'm low, they're low.
Exactly. Top lane, if you get hit, you gotta hit back.
That is the value of top lane. It looks like we're gonna be seeing potentially a cheeky trade there from this Fiora. I think she's just trying to get a demo proc off, but it's just not working the way they're hoping. Volibear has missed almost every. I don't want to be mean to this Volibear, but they have missed almost every single cannon. As blue team does get that Cloud Drake, and we are going to be seeing a Mountain Soul this game. That is actually huge. If Memphis gets Mountain Soul here, then they have a very tanky anti-dive comp. That is huge. As we're going to see Vex, this is a tower dive. I believe Volibear is dead as Elvis. Yep, that is. No chance.
Yeah.
He just got bursted. There was no survival option.
Also used his ult there too at last second.
He tried to use it to survive. I think that was just kind of a last ditch effort. A valiant attempt, but to no avail. We're gonna see Nautilus kind of back out of that tri-bush there, trying to avoid getting picked off by Kane. As Botter is gonna go down first for Memphis, and this Kane is getting so low. Fighting without the thresh here is a bit risky.
Ooh.
As they do go down. That is a double kill down for the bot lane.
And turret bot. That's really good. I think they might continue pushing that.
That is honestly just they just keep pressuring this. They don't need to care about things like, Volibear or Cassiopeia. Thresh is topside. There's no one to contest them besides this Volibear. And that Volibear
isn't getting that turret.
And look at that. They're gonna get this down to about they're gonna they actually take the turret here.
Yeah, no, Trundle attacks you with MF. Yeah.
And I think Volibear might die here too now. Volibear's dead here again. That's Volibear down again. Trundle gets the kill there. This Trundle pick was just huge for them. Absolute monstrous power here from this Trundle.
That Nautilus CC is so hard to deal with. Especially if you don't have that vision. Like, red side has 3 wards in the enemy jungle. It's kind of hard to,
There's a huge vision impact here. And more than that, too. This bot lane just pushed out. Drakes are going to be almost impossible for Memphis now.
Yeah.
And very soon here, they're gonna have.
Who's gonna get this 100%?
There is objective bounties here for the side of Memphis. However, I don't know if those matter too much. Evan, we see a very dangerous situation here.
Yeah,
and
this is
also if we just look at the CS difference as well, those CS numbers are just silly right now. There are
7K lead with gold on red. Like this is a hard comeback.
Right.
Blue has to either split push and farm or win a team fight. Otherwise, this game might just be over.
That is very much true. And we're going to be seeing the mid turret fall. So now we're seeing a very large turret difference. There is at least in the sense that it looks like BU is moving towards that Rift Herald, trying to get that pressure. If they were toxic here, they would definitely take this bot lane to go take an inhib right now. We are 19.
If Trist, I would say bot. I would go bot, farm, push up, get that turret, the gold.
I mean, one of the best advice I can ever have for people in League of Legends, if you're behind, is just farm. Farming is the best way to get back into a game. Kills are helpful, of course, right?
Right.
But there's nothing better than just farming permanently to get guaranteed gold and guaranteed experience.
Right, and right there, like the entire jungle is warded with red wards, and blue rotated to get really nothing there. Now bot side's pushed up, top's getting pushed, mid has tons of pressure with tons of people. Like, this is gonna be a hard one.
Absolutely, we're seeing already this Misfortune already has the second item in the collector there, so they can get bursted down here very quickly. Volibear just going for an all-in here, trying to kill the Fiora, is not having a great time with it. They are not having fun. That Fiora just says, "I don't want to deal with this." It just dips out. They don't even care. So, is this Fiora going Bork? She might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that is gonna be goofy. That was, by the way, that was just 1 Q onto that Cassiopeia, and she's already at 3/4.
Oh my.
That is goofy. Cass is trying to go for the Petrify. She gets the Petrify onto the Nautilus, but that is not enough. Trundle just jumps in and eats her. And gets a double there. That is huge. Tristana does get out here safely. No, she does not. Vex comes in. That is
Vex getting a huge snipe on her.
Tony getting a huge snipe there with that ultimate.
There's that Rift Herald going up mid.
She has a reset. She's reset it there. That's huge. They're gonna take this mid. They're gonna take this mid turret. They're gonna take probably mid inhibitor here.
Oh yeah.
They might just push this in to try and win this. There's a 10,000 gold differential at 20 minutes.
Massive.
And look at this. That is the inhibitor gone. Yep.
Oh, he didn't.
They
get that smite
do
off
kill it.
yet.
However, it unfortunately looks like they're just gonna still push in here. They don't care. Unfortunately, they don't take the inhibitor, but they do get enough damage where it's just like, okay, it's basically gone.
Right.
And now they're gonna be
They are
rotating
chasing
towards
Nautilus though.
They are rotating. They want to rotate that for Matt Mountain Drake, but unfortunately, Kane does not get to pick. That
Flash
is huge.
Q with Thresh.
That is, oh my lord, that is
Oh,
way
but he
too
gets
aggressive.
counter-queued.
That is way too aggressive there, Memphis.
Yeah, you need your Triss to fight these, and she needs to farm right now. Like,
Trist is this is just a very
Oh,
you
no.
you just have to give up Drake in that situation. Now they just open themselves up. That is an inhibitor gone. Look at Fiora right now. She doesn't even,
pushing. Yeah.
Fiora just does not give a hoot nor a holler about this entire like concept of fighting.
Oh yeah.
She just wants to split push. Yeah, and that's all she needs to do. If you're Fiora, you never have to push through the team. You are one of the strongest duelist champions in the game. I mean, that's why she's called the Grand Duelist. You know, she can She can effectively 1v1 every single champion without an issue.
Oh yeah.
Also, I want to say right now we have 31 viewers. That is very awesome. Everyone who's here, you know, really appreciate you guys supporting the tournaments. As we're gonna be seeing, just kind of now we're seeing this slow farm now.
I think they got another Drake. Maybe a Baron Pit fight coming up soon. They definitely have that money and item advantage to just be able to take it so early.
Absolutely, definitely gonna be one of those things that brings them up. And it looks like Baron is up. You could honestly say that BU could go for this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being asked by the chat to stop talking so fast. Apparently, tragic. Heart, that breaks my little heart slightly.
Yeah.
But it's fine though. We're gonna be seeing like I said, right now the biggest benefit if you're the thing you're looking for right now if you're Memphis is you just need to look for some shutdowns without obviously inting your brains out like they did last time.
Honestly, they should catch this Fiora for split pushing. Like she's bought all alone for
200 to 500 free gold if they jump on her as 5.
right.
Volibear, buddy, you cannot kill the Nautilus. Nautilus will bully you. He will hook you into the enemy team and you will die. Like you don't win that. You do not trade there. So they're just trying to deny that Baron. It looks like right now they're just trying to see like we can they can't kill them on this Baron, right?
Fiora,
But if they can
flank on the Trist.
Oh my lord, that is just Triss dead, I think, right?
Yeah.
Nope, Triss gets out. But Triss is walking from a rock into a brick wall known as the rest of BU.
Right.
As Kindergarten does get chunked out, Kindergarten just getting bullied right now. Fiora just comes to steal the kill. That is toxic.
Yeah, Fiora just effectively just keeping
Yana.
half their team bot and the other half, you know,
And
just scared of her.
This is honestly just a guaranteed Baron and then a guaranteed potential game end. They can really end this right now. There is just a very, very disadvantageous situation here if you are Memphis. At this point, you just have to look for those like very lucky plays. You have to just look for like, okay, I need to get this like let's say like
Flash.
the only way I can. English is hard for me, but the only way I can think that this is going to actually work out for Memphis is very bad misplays from BU pilots.
I think Vex just mispressed Flash. Baron Pit. We're seeing that regroup mid.
And with that Baron, you have to just be like, you can't even really farm that much because those that Baron buff on those minions are probably strong. The Baron minions are probably stronger than some of these champions on the team right now on the side of Memphis. Like I said, like it really depends. If this anti-dive was a lot stronger earlier, then yeah, we'd see probably a much closer game. But unfortunately, they just got outplayed very quickly. It honestly just started with that Trundle getting ahead early, getting the early pick onto Bod Women, trying to play a little bit more aggressively for those levels, and unfortunately got punished for it. But why are you going back in, Volley? You're going to get shot by the Fiora. She is just going to beat you.
Oh no,
Cass is just
Oh.
leaving him too.
Oh no! Oliver just gets bodied. Oh
Yeah.
man! Oh no! The Misfortune steals the kill. Misfortune's mad that they don't have more damage.
Poor Fiora, man. She's just trying to get some
Well,
kills here.
Fiora
Something.
doesn't even care about the kills. Fiora just wants to do something.
Red
And Misfortune
Bottle.
is getting another double, and Kane gets the kill.
Ooh, Kane catching out that Vex.
But I don't think that matters too much, as they're just gonna take
Oh my, yeah. You see a Penta here?
No, Kane is way too far, and it looks like that is going to be at 25 minutes, 21-5, with BU taking the first game. Very, like I said, a strong dive composition can essentially just win that for them very quickly, and
yeah.
we saw it there, just up front, just an absolute dominance. First game.
Unfortunate first game, but second game, we can see a comeback. Yep. We can see some.
One of the best things about League is you can look at that and say, okay, what were the issues? And now, honestly, I think a lot of these champions, besides maybe Nautilus, will get banned out. I think that Misfortune, I think that Trundle are going to be banned early. Both those champions were actually picked in the first round, and yeah, just a lot of damage from that from BU there. Insane numbers overall. And just looking at it, a 15,000 gold difference. That's just insane.
Yeah.
And really, too, look at the gold differentials. More importantly, specific gold differentials. Mid lane was essentially, I forgot that the numbers were kind of moved around a little bit. Still, though, mid lane was not having a great time in terms of that gold differential.
Having it looked like a 2 to 3K gold difference in most lanes, maybe more.
Right. Look at that. Tristana was 5K'd.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard one to try to take back.
Absolutely. And going into game 2 here, do you think we're going to see any different? We're going to see some very I feel we're going to see some very obvious bans from the side of these on the side of the. Excuse me, my English is a little weird. Yeah, so we're actually going to actually be seeing if they want to do same sides here. So we're going to say same sides. All right. So once we get the spec link for the draft, we'll have that put up again, and we can just kind of go back into it.
Yeah, I think they're going to be definitely a Trundle ban. I wonder if we're going to play more scaling characters like a Sivir Yumi bot or like a Lucian Nami for an early game attack. A lot of things that they can change up to actually turn the game around, possibly.
They have to, for sure. They have to change something in their composition right now. There's so much. So we're gonna be doing a second draft here, soon.
Especially because me personally, I think that Tristana Thresh right now, it's not bad, but I think it's just there's better compositions to pick from for a stronger bot lane combo.
Like I said, we do have one more game here. I'm just going to ask them. Yes. But we just kind of need. I think we just need University of Memphis to get into role order, because I do think that they're slightly out of order again. Excuse me. Yeah, we gotta make sure they're in order. So we just gotta get them in order. And actually, yes, it is Evan Drake's Emerge. I know where you live. As I was saying.
Damn
it. I know, tragic.
It's tragic, honestly.
Now, going to the next draft. So we are gonna have to. So for production, we're gonna have to redo the. You're gonna have to work around. We're gonna have to put them in order again once we start the game. So we are going to be seeing here. I do think we're going to probably see from U of M. We're probably going to see a Trundle ban. We're probably going to see either a Vex or a Misfortune ban. I don't think they'll ban Fiora.
No, I don't think so either. There's tons of counters for Fiora.
And I believe we're going to be starting the draft soon.
Oh.
Hopefully, Copium.
I think they're going to try to reorganize first.
Looks like that. Excuse me. League of Legends is on
11
its
years?
09, almost 13.
Yeah.
The League of Legends
did.
the League of Legends UI has been here for
Like 6
Literally.
years.
literally ages, like decades.
It does.
They
don't have the best client.
We here fmell's Monthly Melee are absolutely hoping Riot overhauls this client during the preseason of season 13.
Honestly. Alright, fix your client, please. Unbearable.
And with that being said, with our very obvious complaints put aside for a moment, I do think we're gonna probably see some. We're seeing the Kindred ban immediately come out. Oh, draft did start, by the way. Kindred, Yumi, obvious bans here for both teams.
Probably Lulu's gonna get kicked out here, which is a little surprising because they can always play these characters and just kind of abuse them. But Fior, wow, really? Fior ban. I'm honestly surprised with the Viego ban because he's not really strong right now, in my opinion. Like
They might just have a very good Viego. If I'm being honest
that's
with you,
true. That's true.
might be it.
There's the MF pick again. Probably gonna be another jungle pick. Maybe they're gonna take that Trundle. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of hard when obviously she's getting targeted banned on these jungle picks. It's kind of hard to get someone like that. A Wukong would be really nice to see. Poppy, Belvath. Ooh, one for a hyper carry on the Belvath.
Yeah, it looks like they're just saying, like, you know what? Looks like they're banning out this jungle. Kindred Grays Viego again. They do not want this Masters jungler to have any fun. It seems, which is a valid strategy. They auto pick the Misfortune again. I think that was a risk keeping Misfortune unbanned there, and they also got Trundle unbanned. Belveth Caitlyn here, so we are going to see some outrange from this U of M here. If the Belveth does get fed, I do think this is a potential win con for them. Looks like they're going with the Vex again. It looks like they're just going to be going this aggressive dive comp again, except without a Fiora this time. How heartbreaking.
It'll probably be like it'll probably be an Aatrox or a let's see.
Their top lane, I think it could be Aatrox. I think it could just be any really dominant split pusher.
Oh yeah.
Like Camille is also really good. Camille works well as a very strong diver, can isolate targets with that ultimate. Has the grapple wench dive as well. Can be very strong. But I think I don't really know what they're gonna go here for this last pick. They're just going dive again.
I want to see some meta top picks like a Gangplank.
I just want to see one game where they just pick Teemo for the fun of it. I just want to see a Teemo pick from Bethel.
Honestly, Teemo's not even that bad.
I love Teemo. Teemo's my favorite character in League. Galio's actually very strong. They actually do ban out the Trundle. They're learning a bit. So now the only other option I could see are maybe Sejuani with a melee top laner as an option. They could do something like Sejuani Wukong as well. There's a lot of those very strong wombo combos in the top lane and jungle that you can run. There's also still the reality of characters like Gnar, characters like Aurelia. They're banning the Camille.
Yeah,
they banned the Camille out for themselves, and they banned the volley. They banned their volley from themselves. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, if you're Bethel, what do you ban here, Bethel? What do you Aatrox?
Yeah, there's the Aatrox. Yeah, get rid of the top lane picks.
It's good to, I guess, if you want to isolate that top lane, prevent them from really having a game to play. is
Right.
probably is a really smart strategy overall. But if you look at this, I will like the difference in the thing that really baffled me from last game is you have on one side a Masters jungle player, and on the other side your Trundle is silver too.
Right.
Like that was like one of the glaring notices I saw. That was like ridiculous to me. We see a Morgana jungle support come out. There's the Wukong.
Yep, there
Come
he is.
on, go
A great
Sejuani.
trade off for
Go
Trundle.
go Sej, go Sej, go Sej, go Sej, go Sej. Make me feel so smart. Come on, Riot. Come on, come on, pilots. Go Sejuani. Such a good pick here. Come on, you have so much. You have so much good combo with it.
Might be a top lane pick here. Yeah, set top lane.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's a
works
fun
too.
one.
I would.
That
I
this will
think
be their top.
it's actually reset jungle. Actually,
Imagine.
no,
Pretty
no.
cool to see. You know, if I were to guess,
Hmm.
more.
Mordecai.
Yeah, that's
So okay, so we're gonna be seeing 3 champions on Bethel picking up QSS potentially. All right.
oh yeah.
So literally, because like the thing about Mordekaiser, I love Mord as a champion. He has one of the coolest designs and the coolest gimmicks in the game. But his ult's phenomenal, but it just gets countered by 1,300 gold.
Right.
Yeah, the other thing I gotta ask is, yeah, why set into this? Like that's the other thing I was gonna say. Is
Yeah.
like, I think Sejuani would have been infinitely better, and with their comp.
Well,
However, I think they just could be also confident on the fact that they're running a on their set player. Ryowana is very strong. Or would have been very good as well.
definitely.
Any tanky dive top lane. Even honestly, Maokai. I know Maokai's a very strong top laner now that he got buffed again.
I was
Or
only
reworked rather.
expecting a Renekton or yeah, that Gnar. Like
I think Set isn't terrible as an option, but it's definitely not the ideal if you're looking at like
Well,
who you want to run here.
if we're gonna look at this, I think he's gonna have a real problem even catching half of them. You know, Caitlyn's got that back out. You don't really want to pull a Galio. Morgana's
Right.
got that stun, taunt. Like, there's a lot of things to stop him, and it could be a struggle.
I do actually agree that I would love to see a Teemo game. Unfortunately, the team that I was going to be playing on, we saw the average ranks of every other team and just said, nah. We are not good enough for that. But
End of the line.
maybe in the future we'll do an IBFs tournament, so Iron, Bronze, Silver. Could be a little bit more fun, a little bit goofier compositions coming out. For the people in the chat, if you guys would like to see a more of a kind of a meme fest Iron, Bronze, Silver tournaments, if that was something that you guys would like to potentially see in the future, by all means, let us know. We could potentially run that. I think it would be personally very fun for exclusively me and everybody else. I believe that PTR, you are lying. I am led to believe that you are spreading misinformation here. Ow. A 4-fun tournament with limited time. I'm pretty sure you can run limited time modes, but I don't know. That could be a potential. If we can run it, yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun running limited time modes like Earth or AR Earth or Ultimate Spellbook, silly stuff like that. All for One would be very fun. I think All for One would definitely be a mode I would love to get streamed. Also, TFT could be a very good option as well.
I don't know.
It's Get some big brains in here. Get some big brain strategics going. It seems that Evan Drakes has some fans here in the chat.
They're fake. They're fake. Don't worry about it.
Anything you want to say to your fans, or do you want to just blow them off?
No, they're fake. Not even real people, honestly.
I respect it. You're pulling a season 2 altitude me. I respect that completely. Just ego everybody.
No, that's my little bro over there. You know, he's my day one. You know.
Oh, of course, of course.
Gotta love Fakey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure,
Absolutely. Now, like I said, I think for sure this the BU's comp is once again much better overall. But to consider that to be the only win condition is obviously we saw it can be potentially very silly. So you know what? Let's just see what's gonna happen. We got 3 minutes until the delay goes.
I
So
think UMF, U of M. I think they're gonna struggle with some engaging here, honestly. Unless you get a good Galio ult, you don't really have any pulls. A few knockouts. I mean, Mordecai pull, yeah, but like you can easily just like dodge it or stay away from it. So it's kind of like you're expecting fights off of skill shots.
Mhm.
That's gonna be hard to deal with.
I understand that completely. Yeah. One of those, I think, definitely one of the biggest things I think we have to also consider is there is really a lot of damage output for this BU team. Both, like, we see the Vex Misfortune again, a lot of damage from that. Wukong's knockup can do max health damage, and Set
yeah.
has, of course, funny little W that can just say, haha, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
One of the corniest things in the game is Set's W. And if they run, I hope they run mathematically correct Set. I know it's terrible nowadays, but you know, I can still cope and hope for it because I think that would be funny in my opinion and nobody else's.
I definitely think they pick Set mostly for that split push ability,
right?
Compared to like because Fior's gone, you want to take care of that. Because
I do think you're right.
All about scaling and pulling people off, and it's honestly a good thing to do.
Definitely one of those things that you have to be very much aware of if you're the enemy team there. Now, my question to you is: we obviously saw last game the U of M decided to just not really farm a lot in that late game. They didn't decide to try and trying to solo lanes to get that XP. Do you think they're going to try and do it this time around, or do you think they're once again they might get a little bit more kind of kill focus and get kind of into that mentality of just we need to get picks or we lose?
I hope that they if they do fall behind from the early game, I do hope that they do decide to farm more instead of trying to do fights or trading objectives for others. Like especially that second Rift Herald, they sent 5 up there and just sat there, which they could have spent any of that time, just pushing lanes. Bot lane was fully open for turret. Plus they got that bonus gold for getting turret. It just would make more sense.
There is an insane amount of value. I'm just really hoping to see a good intense game here from either way.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see a comeback. Honestly,
absolutely, a comeback here would be absolutely ridiculous. So we just gotta see how that's gonna roll around.
Let's just hope that 3 AP champs don't make it too hard for them to do any damage.
Yep, and now we're finally getting into it here. Shout out to the people that have skins in this game. It looks like Bod just does not bring teleport ever. Bod just refuses to bring that TP in these games. We'll see how that works out for him.
That Ignite anti-heal, like that's pretty huge, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Especially with right now the what is it? The Grievous Wound items kind of suck. Like the only good one is Thorn Mail. The rest of them are kind of just like they exist.
The disadvantages a lot, especially for AD champions. Chem Sword and Mortal Reminder aren't exactly what you consider to be. Like Mortal Reminder is legitimately only good on marksmen or champions who get those insane auto attack speeds, and Chem Punk is just a worse Thorn Mail because with Thorn Mail you basically just get to say we get to get bonus defenses and we get to say screw Grievous, and Wukong just gets hit immediately. We're giving Morgana that early little Spell Thief's Edge proc. You hate to see that. But only 20 gold, not world ending if you're the other team, if you're Dark Ride. And let's talk about player of the match here, Evan. So if we see BU win this, who do you think right now is going to be the player of the match? Because personally, I'm leaning towards Chill Vibes. Chill Vibin.
Really? I'm leaning towards that MF. Like,
Really?
he was putting out that work
Tony?
last game. Like,
Tony did
I
pop
mean-
off. I think Viber, in my opinion, started the snowball last game.
oh, that's yeah, 100%.
And so I definitely think that snowball advantage is probably the thing that's, in my opinion, one of the biggest influences of that early game. Bod Woman did get, like I said, that early game first blood, but then lost to Chill Viber, getting immediately that follow-up kill in that, which is absolutely huge. It looks like Nautilus is going for an immediate hook. Wow.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just
He's gonna keep that pressure.
not a lot of poke damage there. Not enough to be like super impactful.
I mean, if it's not the MF, I don't think Nautilus. He is like hitting almost every Q. He's got insane.
And it looks like we're seeing a warfare in the top lane immediately. He doesn't know they started top. Look at that. They're already traded to half HP each. Mordekaiser started Doran's ring over shield. That is very interesting.
Ooh, he's going for that kill. Ooh, nice flash auto on that.
Interesting.
Hitting this Q, like,
Yeah, hitting a good.
just-
This Nautilus is just phenomenal.
yeah, he's
Nautilus,
very
Darkrai
aggressive.
is actually another player I was thinking, because I think if I had to put it in order, I think it would probably be Chill Viber, Tony, Darkrai, Katuni, and then Raiwana. Not discrediting any of those players, right? That would be rude of me to try and say that these players who are infinitely better than I am are bad in any metric. But in terms of the impact they made on the overall first game, that is the order I'd put that in.
Yeah, I think it's hard to ignore some of these players' skills and how well they do.
I think Dawn on the Vex is very good. I will the dives that they had were incredible, and I definitely want to see more. I definitely want to see more intense dives this game, for sure.
Especially from that snipe last game.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Right, that was
That was absolutely ridiculous. I want to see more of that.
Here it comes.
Oh,
Getting that
baby,
flash
the
out
belt.
from set.
That's huge there, and they do get that. That is a very good flash disengage there for Raiwana. They do obviously, unfortunately, lose that flash there, but they do have teleport, so whatever. They can just come back in a little bit.
I think he's gonna stay and farm though.
Galio's just kind of hanging out in the middle of the lane there, just kind of having a good time. Doesn't really care too much. Galio's also I actually do like Galio as a pick because then it gives him a little bit more roam pressure even without a teleport. And again, if they wanted to, they could have. I want to see one team run Mord or Shen Galio.
Really?
That would be fun. That would be fun. Because I mean, it gives them insane roam pressure, and both are very strong tanks. You can even run a potential kill support with that as well if they wanted to. If a team prefers that. But that's a very dangerous miss on that Q for the Mordekaiser. He gets true damage. He might go down here.
Jeez. The flash.
He had a flash for that. He does die. That was a
little interesting,
that was legally speaking, I have to call that a flash. They do get a huge root there.
Oh
they
my!
Get Survivor. That is huge for them.
Perfect stun on him.
And Luna does get the lethal tempo proc, so it looks like they're just gonna try and get some value here. Just try and get some poke damage onto this Misfortune. As they get low HP, Tony has to disengage here. They have to back out, so they're gonna use that E to just try and get the Caitlyn out of there. And just right now, you're looking at a 500 gold advantage here for Memphis. This is big, Evan.
Yeah, this could be their game. This could be the turnaround we're looking for.
Absolutely, this is absolutely good scenario. Caitlyn getting again some good damage onto Misfortune. A great hook onto the Nautilus that does get canceled by the spell shield.
That was a dangerous hook right there.
That was very risky. If that root hit Nautilus under tower, yeah, that would have been another kill for bot lane.
Yeah, especially with MF backing off, low HP, no mana, that's hard.
If you don't have that ADC, and this game we're also seeing a cleanse here from Misfortune, which I think is a very good idea too. I believe cleanse does remove Mordekaiser ults as well.
Yep.
So I always forget how the cleanse works.
Mord passive, you just see him chunking them.
And Mord is actually if this set had flash here, Mordekaiser has to be very careful right now. There's a Wukong coming up. He might get dived here. Mordekaiser is
definitely.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's dead as Elvis. He's down 2 levels. He needs to get out. He is.
Oh, the flash from Wukong! Wow.
The chill. That was a flash EQ and an instant kill. Set.
Wait.
No. Shield.
Yeah, that was close.
That was. I would not play like that if I was. That was a very. That would almost been a very. That would have been an NA moment right there.
Dangerous turret plays right now. I'm not gonna lie.
These players are just going for the value. I can't lie to you. I respect it. I respect that aggro playstyle.
Here's this train on objectives that I was talking about. Wukong's top, getting that kill. This is the perfect time to be starting Drake and getting it. there's no contestants, and it's just a free dragon.
And yeah, we're gonna be seeing again. The lane state top lane is very one-sided at the moment. Sure, Mordekaiser may have a kill, but look at this. Look at the CS difference right now. There's a two-wave difference right now. Granted, in the jungle, Belveth is basically in the same boat. Belveth has literally just farmed every camp and has not really been caring about lanes.
Yeah,
Just trying to Kindred Guardian is just trying to get up as strong as they can, because it is a very good strategy to try and permafarm up until you get that high attack speed on Belveth. She's currently sitting at a readily 1.21 attack speed here. Very strong, very solid for the early game here. And for those of you who are tuning into League of Legends for the first time, and don't really know what's going on with Belveth and why she's so strong in that jungle position, she gets infinitely scaling attack speed, which can make her very dangerous in the late game with on-hit items. And we're going to be seeing a dive here, as I said that.
Wow.
A huge root, but it doesn't matter. Belveth is coming down for this kill. Belveth misses misses that knockup, and Nautilus is going to be able to get out. That was a huge knockup, a pixel away from getting it. And we're really seeing a Galio. This Galio is just beating the hell out of this Vex now. There's both Millionaires still have summoner spells. They just don't give a hoot about using their sums here.
Right, they're just
Set
rolling it out.
Again, just getting some damage out onto this Mordekaiser, and missing the E there is crucial. I don't think this Mordekaiser is going to be able to get any kill pressure onto the set until that set gets under turret. Because with that, you can use the ultimate, you can pressure them there. Don't have to worry too much about that true damage from the W. But of course, that involves
Bramble Vest again too.
That Bramble Vest early start is very good if you're in a losing lane in top. As most champions obviously are using auto attacks, they do like that extra anti-heal. Especially against champions that run Conquer. Especially that against champions that have that natural sustain like Set does.
I'm surprised though, because Mord wins that 1v1 against Set. Like, even with Bramble Vest, he's winning, but there's the ult out.
And there it is, yeah. It looks like Mordekaiser is going to get that pick. That is huge for Bod. I think this is the benefit of Mordekaiser. It's just you're just playing a monstrous character who can just have that sustain in a fight like that. And with the ignite with the Bramble Vest, you can just say, Set, I know you have a lot of healing. No, you don't. Set did not use Flash. Set did not use Ultimate either. Set just accepted their fate, which actually might be a good benefit for them. And that was...
Is this not engage or just... They're
insane.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Dark Raid and Tony, and oh no. Oh, they're going for the dive. Run, Caitlyn! Oh, the Galio.
The Galio.
That's huge. That was a very huge... But this Vex still might dive in. This Vex still might try to go for a risky... Nope, the Vex is just trying to disengage here. Caitlyn does get out safely here. I want to see this Vex just snipe this Caitlyn so badly. But there's not feeling that's going to happen. But they are, look at this, but it doesn't really matter too much because this bot lane is just getting a ton of XP right now and gold in this bot. Like, remember, this is a 3-3 game at the moment with a turret, with a Drake advantage for you, Memphis. And they do get a kill onto that Wukong. That is huge. Ninetales picking up a great kill.
Good Rift Herald, though.
This is a good Rift Herald angle. Now with the Wukong dead.
Yeah. Wukong needs to start paying attention to some more objectives here.
So they do see that there's a... They do see that there is a missing... The Belveth did get noticed there, so now they're going to try and rotate away from there. Now, if you're BU, you're on the back foot right now. Not by much. You're still in the gold lead, but you're now down at a kill. And there's a Belveth that is just permanently farming with a Rift Herald. You don't know where that Rift Herald's coming from. So now you have to ask yourself, what in the heck am I going to do? Where are they going to come from?
Well, Drake is coming up soon, and I think if they fight for this Drake, I think they're going to win this team fight. Because MF is close up to her item, you know, they're going to get a lot of turret platings. Probably top lane, I would say, maybe? Maybe not, though. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong team. But I think they're just going to try to farm as much gold as they can before this dragon fight, and take it. You know, they're going to try to get that Drake.
You got it, yeah.
It turns into a, you know, good price for them. He fights top lane, you know, Mordekaiser's really beefy, he's got the sustain, he's got Conk proc. It'd be hard for them to take him like that.
Absolutely.
I just hope when Mord does start to go with team fights, he doesn't just instantly ult somebody out. You know, leaving his entire team behind.
And we're going to see another really aggressive fight here from this Mordekaiser set Warfare. And
Yeah.
just... That is just kind of this... Like, now I think they're just getting really aggressive now.
Yeah, this set's really feeling that pick now.
I mean, if you're in this situation, if you are that... Belveth does get the Drake here. This is huge if you're MU, but now look at that. Wow. There is a ton going on right now. Dark Ninetales might go down here. Kindergarten does get the pick there, and has that empowered nuclear power. My English is not a good on what the hell this ability does, but it doesn't matter. Belveth is going crazy. Belveth doesn't care. I don't even know the names of this character's abilities, but Belveth is just Belveth.
She did really well there, you know. She's getting all those objectives. She's even turning fights around. There's the rift for bot lane. Set is just getting bullied. Getting the turret dive. Oh man, this would be a tough one for you.
Absolutely.
Still only a 1k gold difference though, so it's not completely out of the question, but I think they need to start, you know, playing a bit more passively now and going into that just straight farm mode and trying not to take any fights or get caught out.
I absolutely agree.
Especially in that top lane. You gotta not make that Mordekaiser any stronger, because he's gonna back buy item, get boots, like, he's gonna be a little dangerous. And there's that Rift Maker.
We're now seeing a bit of a kind of an evening out. Things are kind of going more stagnant now. No real fights are going on. Just both teams just trying to farm right now and get some advantages. And it looks as though, yeah, you see I believe that is the Hex Soul is going to be huge here for either team. I think if U of M gets this, then I think if they get any more Drakes, that might just be game for them. Because getting that extra ability is, and yeah, wow, this is just another really great dive here from Kindergarten. So that is a huge snipe too. Misfortune might be down here. Tony might be getting pressured down. They're diving this. They don't care.
Oh no.
Misfortune does get
one though. Yeah.
That is a trade. That's actually pretty good. And Viber might get a pick here too. Viber might go in here. No, Viber's gonna play the safe a little bit.
That's smart. That's smart. You know, you don't want to go on to that.
That is, yeah. Belveth is scary. Belveth can outdamage you, especially with that Kraken Slayer already online.
Yeah, plated boots. You know, that's really dangerous to go into that. Oh,
especially,
this is gonna be a big engage.
Vex is getting.
There's that flash taunt. Yeah,
that's
Vex.
oh. This is looking very dominant right now for University of Memphis, but we still have a long time to go before this actually ends out. So let's not assume anything yet. Let's kind of just think about this a little bit more.
Right.
Even though I'm the one kind of talking about what's ending.
You know, this is what, you know, happens when you farm. You know, you pick those early game strong characters, and then you have your, like, Belveth jungler who farms a bit more. And, you know, she's super high level, got her items, tons of gold. She's gonna start killing, you know, like...
She will, once she gets that Blade of the Ruin King, once she gets, like, items like Glinsu's or Bloodthirster.
Be tough.
Definitely.
We're gonna need some anti-heal from, BU. But Rift Herald's coming up in, what, about a minute?
Right. And this Mordekaiser just does not care. He's just going in. He doesn't give it. What the hell is going on? This Mordekaiser is just like, I want to... He's gonna...
Wow.
No, he's dead. He's dead. Oh my... He lives!
You can turn this, too.
No,
This is
oh my... You're kidding. There's no.
Yeah, there they all are.
And the shutdown goes to Misfortune. That is not good if you're Memphis. Getting Misfortune any form of value is not great, obviously. So we will see how that play turns out for them.
And here's this Rift Herald.
Set does actually, yeah. Set does end up with the Bork there now, Blade of the Ruin King. So now a bit more aggression there for BU. I do think that definitely a tank would have been a little bit better. Mordekaiser wouldn't be able to engage as aggressively as he has been, but still probably would have had a similar outcome as it has been.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, Mord right now, either he's going to keep farming top, or he's going to start, you know, split pushing, and this is where Seth's going to start building up his money and his whole potential.
And with 30 seconds left until this Drake opens up, you're looking at Memphis is looking to try and get this third Drake and force the soul points, but we see Wukong, we see Viber coming down as well. Dawn is here as well. So let's see this.
5v5 coming down here in the Dragon Pit.
Wukong trying to get that blue buff here to get some better haste and mana usage. Doesn't want to run out of mana mid-fight. Very awkward situation for any player.
All the traps.
Look at that. There's too many Yordle traps there. Emo Yordle cannot get in. Are they going to try and fight this? I don't think they do.
They are.
He gets trapped, and that Ruka... Yeah, that's just...
Give me that Mord there. This is...
The Galliol does come in.
Big Galliol.
Wukong still has... Wukong does not have ult, but they do take the dragon here. But they get a pick. That Morgana's out of the fight. They might go for Wukong here, but the Caitlyn does get a pick.
Getting attacked right.
Oh my lord, that Bel'Veth. Bel'Veth is base. Oh, no, that's Bel'Veth. Bel'Veth moment. Bel'Veth moment.
Yep,
and
Mord.
Set.
There it is.
Okay, nice. That was a cute little play from Set.
Not bad.
So the issue, that was not great. Bel'Veth, or not sorry, Wukong and Mortar and Set did not have ultimates going into the fight. There was no knockup from Wukong. I think they could have played a lot differently. But
yeah.
Definitely one of the largest.
Got Mord ulted there.
That she did.
Yeah, she couldn't really do much.
That just happens. And with how ahead Mordekaiser is, that's just one of those things. Like, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, and he's got tons of armor. Especially for only like 18 minutes. Like he's almost at 150. Like that's hard to kill as an ADC.
And Mordekaiser just going back in for a fight here. Doesn't give a darn. Dude's just having a great time. Bot is just playing the video game. No. Oh, Gimmick almost actually accidentally hitting the root onto that naughty there. Now, if you're BU, you want to try and close this gap in gold right now. You want to try and just get those farming out. Try and get turrets here. Gets any value you can. Looks like Bel'Veth is on 20 ping, and I appreciate them letting us know that. So, but they do need to get these turrets out right now. Only one turret has been destroyed so far in an 18-minute span. So the map hasn't really opened up yet, Evan. So we're seeing a very slow war of attrition of who can clear these turrets next, as they're gonna actually.
There's that Rip Terror.
All right, well, to answer your question,
I see two turrets here. Like this turret's almost dead. I see two turrets happening.
I agree.
Their turret though.
Mordekaiser's. Oh my god.
Oh no.
No, not again. There's turret number 1. Yeah, this is gonna be turret number 2.
Red's gonna start rotating up behind though. They might get
those little creatures are so annoying from Bel'Veth.
Yeah, Bel'Veth. Yeah.
Yep, there's the red turret.
Wow.
And oh wow, that almost got a third hit off. Mordekaiser's just taking the turret. He just doesn't care. Mordekaiser's like, yeah, I want this. I don't care about.
I love Mord.
Health is an option for Mordekaiser because he can just take more back. Also, Riftmaker Riftmaker is such a goofy item on Mord. I love it. It's so broken.
Ooh, trying to get this catch out here. Wow.
Ooh, no, I think Mord's still down. I think Morgana's still down there. Good attempt with the stopwatch, but I think they should have just accepted the death there.
Yeah, Mord keeps getting caught out here, and it's just like.
I don't think he cares. He just dropped. Yeah, he dropped the ultimate.
He might get one here actually.
He's using the ultimate. Yeah, he might get more.
Yeah, no, they're there.
Set with the shutdown there too.
Yeah, Set should push top for that extra, turret gold, and then mid should be getting pushed.
I absolutely agree. But Galley looks like they're just gonna take this bot turret here.
Yeah.
Bel'Veth's just kind of focusing on farming right now, just trying to get those that attack speed up. Bel'Veth is currently, by the way, at a 3.01 attack speed. For those curious, Bel'Veth is unbelievably strong right now. Oh, yeah. We might honestly see, this Bel'Veth is playing so perfectly, we might see a genuine 4.0 attack speed Bel'Veth this game. If it goes on long enough. Which I might add would be absolutely goofy, and I'm here for it.
So yeah, it'd be fun to see. They're set getting top turret now, getting that bonus gold for his team. Really great for everybody.
Yeah, that is really good. I do think... Now, my question to you is, and this is kind of like a very weird question on my end. This is really awkward if you're BU. Not because of oh, you're losing, what do we do? It's just kind of like the positioning they're playing right now is very just kind of weird. They don't have as much vision as they did last game. It looks like Memphis has actually stepped up on the vision game as well.
Oh yeah.
I think that I think BU was a little cocky going into this, and I think they might have
sure.
over-positioned themselves a little too much, and
Yeah, I completely
University took
agree.
advantage of that.
Memphis just like, yep, we can take this pressure. And I think too, the set pick I think was very questionable for them. Set, I think maybe if they were looking for a fighter, maybe Olaf could have been better. If they genuinely wanted an 80 fighter, Olaf is a great champion, has a lot of that true damage, can be very annoying to deal with that
Right.
unstoppable proccing, especially against with champions with taunts, knockups, roots, etc. But also just a tank. Ornn would have been infinitely stronger here because he would have been able to upgrade those champions' abilities and items, making them much stronger. And it looks like we're going to see they destroyed that Wukong duplicate very aggressively there. Very good. And are we going to
Big
see him?
MF
We need to see this Wukong ult has to come out here. This Wukong is just not ulting.
Ooh.
Yeah, they just couldn't. Wukong just could not.
Yeah, just exploding
This
them.
is potentially looking like a game 3 here, Evan.
Yeah, might be. You know,
This is just Wukong using his ults really late there. They are just gonna get Hexel here. That looks like game.
really big fight for them.
They get Soul and they get Baron here. This is real. You're not looking good right now. BU's not looking good right now from this position. There is just really a lot they need to do right now, and it's just not happening.
They're behind a little, and I think that the set pick, it's a fun one, but in reality, you already have a Wukong. I don't think you need another like bruiser fighter. I think you need like a good tank. Maybe even like swap the Wukong out for
Nautilus is a
Poppy
strong
or
tank, but
Ornn.
having a second strong tank is never a bad thing. Like last game,
Yeah.
sure they had that Fiora, they had that funny little, like kind of burst damage.
But
Moment.
she's got that self-sustain like and true
Right.
damage. It's
I mean, okay. Well, true damage is a bit of a kind of a mixed bag for these two champions. Both have it, but it's just a matter of
but Set only has it in his W,
Oh, absolutely.
which is a skill shot instead of a just a
Very good argument.
Plus, Fiora gets to dump out that true damage like every 2 seconds with her ult that scales with 69.7% HP. It's a bit unfair if you ask me, but that's Fiora. But I think that BU went for too much of a brawly fighty team against Memphis's scaling team. There's some anti-heals coming out, Wukong got Executioner Blade, and, Vex has her Ignite. Same with Nautilus.
Absolutely. And we're just seeing this absolute pushing here with the Baron buff. They could honestly just take this inhibitor turret here and just kind of go from there. Remember there is no defensive bonus here for with Baron. Only those offensive buffs, so we can potentially see a good trade here. If they can get some good combos ultimates off, like I said, they have a phenomenal dive. They can get a great knockup with that Nautilus. They get a great Vex ult. Great
Yeah, Vex is
Wukong
behind
knockup.
right now, looking for Kate, honestly.
Vex looking for a great dive.
That gets pulled.
Set needs to get his ult off here. He does not get it, unfortunately, and that looks as though it's going to be wrapping this up here.
Another
Vex trying to make something happen, but Nautilus is like on life support right now. Yeah, Nautilus just gets bodied. And that is looking like it.
Nice Wukong pop-up.
Jill Viver tried their best, and it just looks like it's going to be game here. Going to game 3, 26-13.
Vex could turn this, honestly. He goes
Vex,
crazy.
they're all low. Dawn, the chat was talking very much about Dawn, but it doesn't even matter. That Nexus goes down immediately, and 26-13, 10,000 gold differential this time.
Yeah, this is. I mean, that was
This is
pretty good.
going the distance. Hell yeah!
play
This is,
from
what this is what we wanted.
Wow, 25k damage on that Mord.
That is insane.
Absolutely shredding.
That, I guess, yeah. You don't need to bring teleport if you're just gonna kill your laner.
Right.
Looks like, yeah, Mordekaiser got a decent amount of healing, a lot of healing. That Revitalize is such a great keystone for Mordekaiser too. Being able to get that insane sustain.
Yeah. MF put up some good damage. There are some good fights coming in. Definitely from BU.
Mm.
Minor mistakes that, easily can be fixed, and honestly, this might be a really good game 3.
Right. And going on to game 3 here, we're just going to be running the distance here. This is actually a very, very exciting situation here. You know, I was kind of assuming after that first game, like, dang, this is looking to be a dominance, but we're going to be taking a 5-minute break here, it seems. I'm just going to kind of just take a small break before we start the game 3. To all of you in the chat, thank you very much. We will be back in about 5 minutes. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. University of Memphis and the let me just see the name. I was been calling them BU for so long. Bethel Pilots. There we go. I was saying BU so much I forgot. I apologize for that. 1-1. Both games were very aggressively one-sided for each team. Now going into game 3, this is the decider here. One of these teams will be moving up towards our one step closer to our grand finals, and one team will be going home, unfortunately. Evan, how are you feeling so far? Who do you think right now? We've seen 2 games. They're now 1-1. Who are you calling your player of the match for each team? If you had to choose 1 or 2 for each team, let's kind of do that. Might be a little bit more.
I
Fair.
think for BU, I would have to say Dark Bride, honestly. Their support.
Mhm.
And for University, I'm gonna have to give that to Kindred Garten. You know, that last game, that was really good for him.
Mhm. I definitely think there's going to be a bit. I definitely think there's going to be a very big gap here. Either there's going to be a large gap like we've seen the last 2 games, or actually that's really all I can think of seeing right now. Like both these teams haven't really been playing it close. It's just dominating. It's just dominating wins for each way. I think we're going to see a Beth fan come out almost instantly from our fun little team here on BU. They don't want to play that. Probably Mordekaiser as well.
Yeah. I think fans will be more towards top lane this time for BU, and then probably like a jungle top bands focus, and then
Maybe they're gonna get rid of that MF.
I'm hoping this is a back and forth game, honestly. A nice like brawl to finish it off for the winners.
Absolutely, and we're getting everybody in here in the meantime. For our chat, for the people who for our viewers, who do you think is gonna be winning this next game? You know, we've seen 2 very different matches so far. We saw one game where we just saw absolute domination from BU, and from the other side, we saw Memphis doing the exact same thing. So there is 2 very different options of what's going to be happening here. So let's see what goes next when we get into our next game here. I'm very excited, and I know the rest of the people at home are also very excited. Or at least I hope they are. Otherwise, that makes me sad if they're not excited.
Yeah,
It'd break my little heart. Getting everyone in here now, slowly but surely. Looks like Gimmick is going to be AFK for a little bit of time here. So let's see what's going to happen with that. As it looks like BU is going to be taking their time to swap around here a little bit. Alrighty.
You know, I'd love to see it.
Really just kind of apologize for the awkward silence, ladies and gentlemen. We're just kind of waiting for everything to get ready here for the draft, so we can actually start doing some proper communications. And we had some sponsors, sponsors. We could definitely, talk about those as we're going to be getting the draft ready. And I believe we're getting this is the next draft and the final draft for tonight.
What kind of compositions are you hoping to see?
Well, all I know is Belveth is not going to be played. That is the. There is one thing I know. We're not going to see Belveth. We might not see Misfortune. We might. They honestly just might do the exact same bot lane again because why not? It's been working consistently, and they're not seeming like they want to ban it.
Yeah. I think it'll be I think they play that enough not for that early game fighting potential, so I could see a Lucian Nami bot lane for extremely strong early game. Okay, Kindred first ban. That Yumi, kind of same things going on here. That Belveth ban. Calling that and that Aura, wow. I honestly, I don't understand that Viego ban.
That I assume just a really good Viego player. They banned the I like how they just perma ban that Kindred. They don't even want to.
Oh yeah.
That Kindred has just not been played for 3 maps, and we will not see it played ever this tournament most likely if it's that strong to be first banned every single time, in spite of other really strong threats like the Belveth or the Viego. So we're gonna be seeing Bethel pick up that Caitlyn there.
Caitlyn this time.
Caitlyn over the Misfortune's a very interesting option. I'm surprised we haven't seen much Sivir. I know she got nerfed, but she's still a relatively annoying and strong ADC option.
Zeri, Draven, all super strong.
Oh yeah, Zeri is absolutely broken all the time.
Oh yeah, probably top ADCs right now.
We see the Galio come in for Memphis once again. Probably just trying to get that roam pressure out. We might see the Mordekaiser dedication here too. Potentially. Yeah. If they didn't ban that Mordekaiser, they might risk it. They also might just try to grab their jungle and their Aatrox.
There it is.
Wow.
I'm waiting for this one.
That's crazy. Immediately picking up that Aatrox there.
Yeah,
that is absolutely insane.
See, I don't know if they're gonna play that.
And volley. Bethel picking up that volley there. Volley might be jungle here. Swain mid
support maybe.
Swain mid or Swain support. Swain mid
anywhere honestly.
Swain top, Swain mid, Swain support. 3 lanes that could be in. That's a really good flex pick.
Oh yeah.
Swain is also monstrous with that Conqueror. Swain could honestly run Riftmaker in most games with like Riftmaker Spear Visit with Conqueror and just never die.
Oh yeah.
If they wanted to, just have the permanent immortality Swain who just not one shots everything, but just keeps himself alive.
Ooh,
we see a Jhin. What if this is Aatrox support?
No, there's no way.
Towards W first.
No, I don't know how I feel about that Jhin pick. I feel like
Jhin jungle Jhin.
maybe.
I'm just gonna spread as much stupid ideas as I possibly can, even though I know we already have a basic idea of where each of these players are going. Now I want to see these last names, but they want to probably ban maybe. They don't want that second. Interesting.
Wow.
Whew. So now they
definitely wasn't weak last game, but
they definitely want to ban jungle picks here potentially. That set is really strong. Banning the Graves there. Yep. We have seen 4 champions banned for jungle so far.
Yeah.
That is, we might see a 5 champ ban out of jungle. That'd be crazy.
That would be.
Could you genuinely imagine seeing a 5 ban out jungle? Granted, it's a Masters player in the jungle. That makes sense. They ban out the Blitzcrank here.
Yeah, I don't know about the Blitzcrank.
If this is Swain mid,
I'd get rid of the Nautilus.
I would get rid of Nautilus. Yeah, they're banning Morgana. Wow. 4 junglers and a support. I would be flattered if I was Kindred Garden. And we're seeing a Lily. That'd probably be Lilia jungle. Unless this is like Galio support or some weird stuff. And we see Aatrox top. Well, it's still going to be there's still potential for that support option. So we still have to see what that's going to be. Like I said.
For that jungle now.
Ornn, there we go. So that is going to be either Ornn mid or Swain mid or Swain support. Ornn is absolutely a great pick here.
Yeah.
Right? It looks like they'd be playing for that late game here. Seraphine, there we go. This is just a great team fight. This is a very bulky team fight comp.
glad to finally see that Seraphine, probably one of, if not the strongest support in the game right now.
This could be the only other champion I could see that could potentially fit into this comp a lot more. Is just what could you see here as this last support option? Because I really don't know what they would play with this.
Well, with the Jin, geez, I would say probably somebody with like a heavy front or a pull, heavy frontline tank or a nice CC control to keep distance away from the Jin.
Absolutely, and the Hourglass comes out. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen much of Renata, but she does have some of that good, pulls, and her ult can do quite a lot of damage if used properly. But looking at BP's team, like, I don't know if her ult's gonna do that much.
And with some time here, we are going to be doing the ban here, and as we get into this first minute, Evan, I'm going to ask you to vamp real quick. I am going to use the walk. Much appreciated. Cheers.
Good luck.
This is very important.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna kind of
Where did he go?
Huh?
Where did he go?
To go B.
Did my caster just leave?
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. I'm here to take over.
Oh, great.
Or help out, I guess. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm just doing swell.
Yeah.
So, I think this was mentioned before, but we're looking for a Teemo pick here. I think that really would be the game changer for Bethel pilots after truly a saddening loss on map 2. But I think that a Teemo pick would really turn it around for them.
Well,
What are your thoughts on that?
we've already done draft picks. So, picks are already made for. We have a Orin top against a Aatrox top.
Well, I mean, they could always just cheat.
That's true. I mean,
What? Wait, what happened?
they already
I was
cheated.
kidding. I was kidding.
They did it. Yeah. They...
Oh,
I
I have returned it. I have returned it. It seems to be a NA moment.
Yep.
Excellent.
Perfect timing.
Who picked the wrong champion this time?
They
Someone
were
picked
trying to
Set?
ban Set, and they locked him by accident.
That is North American League of Legends.
Fantastic.
I don't blame him.
I blame specifically fmell. Don't know how yet, but I'll find a way.
What
I always
the
did.
heck?
Alrighty. Now,
Yeah, I think we're all good.
while we're doing this, I'm actually getting my clothing up for my job interview tomorrow. Chat, we're gonna debate here real quick. Do I want to wear a green long sleeve, or do I want to wear a striped long sleeve, or black, or just like all black? What are we thinking? Let's get a general consensus from from everyone here, both in chat and on
Holy.
in the casting. What do we think?
I honestly like that striped.
Stripe, it's stripes not bad. It's just a little not tattered. It just makes people. It's like the colors look faded.
What are you applying for? Where are you going?
Oh, it's not a good job. If that's your question, it's just like it's retail.
Oh, just retail? I mean, you
You
don't want to overdress for retail,
So I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, I'm wearing jeans. Like I'm in Florida.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
We don't dress up to begin with. Like, you know what? I think this green button shirt has been my good luck charm for most jobs I've applied to. In that the 2 jobs I've applied to in the past for student employment, I got hired. So we're gonna rock it. Excellent. All right, time to turn off my light again, and now back to being a gremlin who never leaves my apartment or my house. Excellent. All right. Now with this situation, please do not pick Pike. Please, for the love of my mental health, I will throw a rock. Thank you.
Well, in other fmell Monthly Melee news, the other 2 matches from today have concluded with Indiana Hoosiers and Ivy Gaming Black playing against each other in the semifinals
Never pick a
tomorrow,
fight you can't win.
as well as
Excellent.
Horizon Esports. Their opponent had forfeited, so they will
That
be
is-
playing whoever wins tonight.
That is unfortunate to hear that there was a forfeit. But that does happen.
Yeah.
But
Look at
it's
the
one of those things
other
that does happen, So yeah, we see IGB. That is what is IGB's? Is that? Let's see.
Ivy Gaming Black.
Ivy Gaming Black. Yes, thank you. they win versus Team with No Name. Pretty dominant games, 31-15, and
Yeah.
then 39-8. Wow. That
Yeah, both
both compositions for Team with No Name just seemed like they were just playing characters that they liked, without really any thought process in how to play them fully.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of playing those comfort strong picks for each other.
Right. I mean, a lot of
roles.
teams. I definitely, like I said, this is definitely one of the reasons I want to see IBS teams, is because there's a lot more for fun comps, not much strong meta staples, obviously.
Right. You know.
So I
you
would
wanna
love to see that once again. I would love to see those silly little goobers playing their characters.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you look at the IGB game, you know, Lux, that's a bit off meta. You know, not many of that's played, but Hecarim, Talia, Kate, those are all pretty strong. You know, Jarvan, Malphite, MF. You know, those are kind of like those staples. But you know, you do have those kind of off picks like Lux, Viego. That Scion's an interesting one. Same with the Karma. You know, you don't see much of that.
And then the other game, 36-14 and 78-28.
Wow.
That is.
I mean, yeah, just
holy
strong, scaly characters.
So, well,
Jeez.
it was a 30-minute game. That was just, I think, just cyberbullying at that point. That wasn't even much of a video game.
Yeah, that was...
I feel bad. Like, that was just like, oh my, like, how did that game? Was that just stat padding, or like aggressive stat padding from one team?
I think it was. I think they definitely probably. I mean, like the other team had 0 objectives at all. Like they probably literally couldn't get anything. Which.
Which happens to the best of us, but
Oh,
still,
yeah.
good lord, that's
definitely a strong team to be looking out for.
Absolutely.
IU, we could see some great things from them.
I absolutely agree. And I do want to say, overall, I'm actually enjoying this for the first fmell's Lions Monthly Melee. I do think that, for sure, I would like to see more like lower ranked teams for the next series, for the next tournament for League of Legends, just because it'd be a little bit more fun, a little bit more silly, goofy, haha.
Yeah, I see some fun compositions,
Yeah, exactly. Some silly, goofy compositions here.
Just the fun games.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's the most important thing, is having a good time. And I think with like Iron, Bronze, Silver teams, there's a lot more silly shenanigans going on.
Right, like Lethality Garen build top lane, or get to see some Teemo gameplay. Yeah, I wonder. EU, I think it's Orn top, and then Volley.
Yeah, it's definitely that Orn. Yeah, it's Orn, Volibear, Swain, Caitlyn, Seraphine. Unless they're doing, because Rawayana is that top laner.
Right.
So.
Yeah, right. Chill Vipers jungle. Yeah, though, this could be an interesting one. Honestly,
we still got about 40 seconds.
Yeah, I wonder how the Lilia's gonna do this game. She's kind of hard to play, and that Brawly team there is definitely gonna be hard to be able to make him fall asleep and everything. They definitely gave up that more frontline tankiness as well. Swapping not a bruiser jungle anymore, a tanky support. They're kind of going for that like high damage burst fights,
Yeah, I really do think so. I think if you are BU here, you just kind of want to play to that late game.
Yeah.
You have a very scale heavy comp with Caitlyn, with Ornn. You want to just get your items online so you can do the funny damage.
Especially with the Ornn upgrades,
Can I just say right now that was so Midwestern. that was such a Midwestern. Oh yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal. I am a big fan of the Midwestern. Oh yeah.
Well,
that was top tier. Like a 9 out of 10. That was a 9 out of 10. moment. Getting into this game now.
All right.
For sure.
Well, um, let's see.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Little interested in this mid composition. Galio versus Swain. I personally have never seen it, so I can't really
No,
put
you're
input
good.
on that. But
So I mean, it's just like I said, it's just one of these. It's one of those situations where you have to think about like, okay, you see these compositions and you have to think about it in the most objective manner possible. Also, if we could potentially switch those panels around for the compositions, if whenever possible on the for the side of BU, they are a bit goofy at the moment. Yeah, excellent. Now,
Minions have spawned.
I'll be honest here. I respect Luna for going the Dark Harvest gen instead of that dumb Fleet Footwork build, because Fleet
Yeah.
Footwork is for cowards, right?
No,
we
it's
can
a
all
great
we can
call.
all agree on that.
sure, but like, it's pretty strong though. I mean,
It's Fleet Footwork is for cowards. If you are a real ADC player, you play Dark Harvest exclusively. Like I don't even play ADC, but when I do, I always play Dark Harvest Jin or like Dark Harvest like Teemo. I play a lot of Teemo ADC. I have no shame. I can say that. I don't care.
yeah. Well,
Teemo's balanced.
he's
Teemo's a
definitely
marksman.
going for that damage. That longsword start with the 3 pop. I'm surprised he didn't
Right,
go with
yes.
potions, but
He's just it's a good way because that immediately lets you get into your first item a lot sooner. Swain actually here is at a relatively good advantage playing that range versus melee here, and playing with that ghost there to actually just play really aggressively for the space. And we see Dark Ninetales actually bringing out the teleport on Galio this time,
right.
which is actually very interesting. Getting that first little bit of damage there. Swain's actually running Electrocute over Conquer, which means we're maybe seeing a little bit more aggressive burst from this from Kadon here. So we'll see how this turns out for them. Top lane is currently just kind of vibing out, doing some top island things.
I love it.
As Aatrox does hit level 2 first, meaning we might see an early engage on from this Aatrox right now. Let's find out. Nope, it looks like Aatrox is just going to play this safe. As the mid lane is just kind of pushing around. Level 2 does go to BU first. For BU bot lane, rather, I should say.
Perfect. Something that aggressive support like, and it's paying off here. Look at that damage. Wow. It's almost a kill in bot. Jin's 1. They barely got any damage traded off. Like, Horn and Aatrox going for a fight now too. He's got that level advantage because they weren't gonna be able to get out of that, but there's a lot of XP for it. Everyone's just fighting. Probably looking for a gank on top lane. Hope Aatrox catches it.
And
Jhin is
wow.
Absolutely
Luna's-
won, getting the first
It's-
blood.
Oh, wow!
The gank
What a-
top. Can Aatrox 1v2 this?
No.
He's got his first?
No.
Here comes
Wait,
his later?
He gets
Jungle?
it! He gets it! He gets the 2v1!
Wow!
Wow! You're
Truly impressive from BU.
Alright, well, Aatrox is fed. Alright. Everyone, let's wrap it up. Okay. That's just
Both
that was
sides doing...
that was so troll. That was so troll from BU. That was such a troll moment.
Well,
They got
it's
okay.
Aatrox. It's
They
Aatrox,
did, That is true. One Bramble Vest is enough, but
Yeah, well, the bot lane got theirs, top lane, a little bit of a under, statement or under, what is it called? They just didn't guess Aatrox's power earlier on. Because he's got that high Q damage. Oh, he's doing lethality as well. That's interesting. They're definitely going for that high damage, like, early game to just clean up. Rick's been 40, so hopefully we see some more fights down bot and mid. Galio really going on the Swain here. Beautiful trade. Jeez, he's almost dead. Hopefully Swain can clear, push wave, and back here before Drake is gonna be up.
yeah. Kadon, he was like you said, as a relatively low HP. Now this is a very inopportune back, and this is the detriment of not bringing teleport. You can get back to that lane quickly to start getting that golden experience that you so desperately need on that mid laner. Swain without the ultimate is going to be very risky, and with the Aatrox going rushing for that Eclipse right now, you're really looking to try and get some form of advantage in one of your other lanes. Sure, your bot lane is ahead, but a bot lane can't really 1v1 an Aatrox. Or even 2v1 an Aatrox. I think Ornn does get out barely. That is always a scary thing if you are that Ornn player. You need to just try to play slow, get your items. Eventually, you can outscale this Aatrox, but you just need to take your time, get your items. Otherwise, you'll be playing too risky. That is a great route from Dark right there.
And they gotta start warding that bush. He keeps sitting in it, and like, you know, these past few games, he's just sitting in these bushes and just catching them off guard. And I'm surprised they don't have wards in it. We're getting a beautiful hits on, but Galio barely missing his taunt.
And as time goes on here, we're just kind of seeing this slowly but surely. We're seeing this Lilia try to come for the top lane gank, or for the bot lane gank. But really, all Caitlyn does is just walk away. They don't have to engage us here. They don't have vision on this jungler. They don't know Volibear is walking down towards that bot side as well, so they have to just kind of play this slowly but surely. And this is pushing up a little bit. This Lilia is taking her dear time, and that's a great little hit there. Conquer on that Lilia means they're not going to have a lot of that skill in Dark Harvest, and Jhin is actually very low here. Jhin is still level 3.
Oh, they might go for him.
No,
this is really bad.
Oh,
for them.
He's 1 HP.
There's that flash kill.
And Darkrai gets it. There we go. Volibear running down 2 now. But that's huge, though.
We're getting a nice pop-up.
That is a very nice pop-up. Aatrox is actually pretty, not super low, but low enough to where he can't really tower dive even with that ultimate. Ornn does have that burn. That Bomby Cinder burn can cook very fast. 17 magic damage a second plus other and increases with time against minions and monsters is pretty dangerous.
Oh yeah, and you know, Volley reset, and you know Volley really just took that aggressive take and really helped them to be able to get that Drake there. You know, we might see Lilia go. Nope, not at all.
And Red Drake,
There it
BU just takes that Drake there early. Cloud is really good here even as a single Drake. You know, getting move speed and slow resist is pretty solid on most champions.
Oh yeah.
You know? Especially against a comp that has characters like Lilia, like Aatrox with slows. Their entire team has slows to some degree, so being able to cancel all that is huge.
100%. Herald is coming up soon, so hopefully, you know, Leah decides to try to take some, you know, top already is winning. So that Herald should 100% be Memphis's.
It should be, but again,
you never know.
definitely a very difficult situation.
Yeah. You know, Swain could, you know, he can turn up. It's like, they're definitely preparing for it. You know, Lilia's sitting in that bush for that Ornn. Mid lane's trying to, you know, keep priority of vision on everything. Catching him out and sleeping him, too. They're really trying to get Ornn out here. He's just so tanky, though.
Yeah,
There's
and
that
looks like
flash.
Ornn does have to flash away. Aatrox is tower diving for that. Takes 2 hits, but then realizes it's not exactly worth it anymore. I definitely think they could have gotten that kill. Or I think Aatrox definitely
yeah.
they could have dived that. They could have dove that rather. Past 10 seconds
Yeah.
from it.
I think
But,
the only dangerous part
again-
was they didn't know where Volley was.
That is true, and Volley was not close enough to get pressure there, but just there's a 2-level difference now in the top lane. That's bad. That is awful for an Ornn player. You don't want to be that far behind. Swain is actually doing really well in this mid lane, 20 CS above his lane opponent. Pretty much every lane, but
great pull and stun.
that's a phenomenal
Oh my
handshake.
God.
Phenomenal
Ouch.
handshake from that Renata.
They're finally punishing him for
Jhin-
playing so up.
Sadly though, Jhin does not get the kill there, which means is Caitlyn just gonna 1v2 this? No
She
way.
could. She has.
I don't believe she's going to. I think she's just
She's
trying
got
to
the
get poked.
range. She's got the range.
Oh my god, no way. You're kidding.
Like, you
You're
remember,
kidding.
their base-
you
their base
are,
range is
you are,
big.
yeah, you're joshing me. You're joshing me. You're joshing. No way.
Ooh,
Oh,
great
and
fight.
oh my lord, and the volley's here. The volley's here. The volley's here. And he gets the stun. He gets the stun.
Aatrox just
Oh, he
doesn't
gets the
have ult
tilt.
for this.
Oh no!
Trying to get that life steal recoverability.
No!
Or just leaving.
Or just couldn't fight that. That was such a
Oh.
troll. That was such a bad fight. And now Aatrox is even
Yeah.
further ahead. They do ping double ults there. They did use Lily R as well. But still though, oh my word.
Aatrox didn't ult.
Bod does not care about this game. He's just like, I'm playing League and you're not I'm playing this funny little character, my little guy, my goober, my
Bod
dude.
just Bot is always just kind of dominated, getting all that gold, like that farm lead. They have constant pressure, like it's so impressive. Especially with like League's current state right now, ADCs are just all scale farm and destroy. It's really important to have a good ADC. There's another plating. You know, hopefully Aatrox starts to get more plates, but, you know, as long as he keeps getting those kills and stays up, I think they'll be good.
For sure.
Where do you think that Lilia is gonna go and Herald?
Honestly, right now, there's only one place where they can really push it. There's, like, realistically speaking, but at the same time, they kind of need to give this bot lane some advantage here. Like, right now, look at that CS. There's almost a near double CS difference in that bot lane. This Jhin is just basically being cyberbullied in lane. There is no fun for this poor Jhin. This might be a Frostfire Ornn game. It's not the ideal composition, but it still is very strong. And it looks like great use of that Ornn W, just using that to just disengage the W from his opponent. But we're going to be seeing the Billowing Breath is such a great tool of just that unstoppable is just so broken on Ornn.
Could go for that bot turret to get their ADC some more advantage.
Right, but it just seems like they're not going to be doing that. It looks like they're trying to get this Seraphine caught out, but it doesn't look like that matters too much. Drake's going to be up in about a minute, and what Drake is going to be this time? It seems like it's going to be a mountain. Mountain's not, you know, dangerously needed. Oh no, is Ornn dead here?
As long as he gets in front of his thing.
Ornn is dead as Elvis. Oh wait, yep, Ornn's so dead. This is a dive.
Nope, he didn't get in front of it.
Oh!
Aatrox did take that upward.
Huge! Yeah. That is okay, say what you want about this Ornn. He is doing a very good job at surviving.
Yeah, I mean...
If nothing else, he's even in levels now too. Or, well, he's closer. And oh, look at this, he's teleporting to the bot lane. This is the advantage of using this TP.
Ooh,
they're gonna have Ford. They're gonna have Ram God here. They're gonna have Ram Ranch.
Coming in for
they're having Ram Ranch. This is the Ram Ranch. Gets a huge knockup onto this Galio here, and Galio just goes down immediately.
He is just beaming them down. Like...
And that's Lilia dead. And there's a Swain. We might see. So they do lose a lot of that top turret is basically gone. But on a trade for 3 kills and a dragon potentially, I would argue that's worth it. Hypothetically, of course.
Oh, I thought he stole it.
Oh, I thought that W just.
I thought he stole it.
Well, the last pixel, that would been like.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the coolest moment of the week.
Ooh, Ocean Drake on the board. It was a fun one. All the bushes and all the extra, you know. What is it? Plants. Oh my goodness, this damage. That's just Eclipse Aatrox, man. He's just gonna keep going. Like, he does not need to stop. Jeez. Is this gonna be a 1v5? Or, sorry, 2v4? I mean, this is huge if so.
And Aatrox just gets another kill, and this is where Aatrox just goes goofy. And that's the Lilia dropping the Rift Herald top lane, just gonna take it for herself. All that gold.
Yes, so.
I mean, it's and Volley might be dead here. Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, wow. Aatrox is 6-0 right now.
It didn't go for finishing.
So right now, Aatrox has all of the kills for the team.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know if that's ID. This might be a hot take. Because, granted, Aatrox can hyper carry games, but the moment 1 or 2 Grievous Wounds items are built, then you just have an Aatrox who just kind of has to, like...
Well...
Have to
You're
pray
definitely right.
Oh, wow, that is...
A single person on BU has grabbed Ignite to counter it.
That
and
is...
Ornn's not building Bramblevest.
That is very good observation. Eventually, it looks like Volibear here is building the Bramble soon here. Has that Chem Tank and has the double cloth armor. Swain will definitely be building Grievous Wounds. Seraphine will be building Putrefier. So now we will see.
Ooh, barely missing that knockup. Swain's going to walk away with this trade here. I didn't even go for the kill here. Ulting, hitting his Q, blocking the dash away. Swain gonna be able to get this? There's that pull. Amazing fight from Swain, honestly. Aatrox just doing his thing now against this Ornn again, getting that flash out.
Mhm.
Gold is basically even, you know. You use strong bot lane and Memphis's strong top lane. This will be a hard one to decide. You know, this is that back and forth game we were looking for.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing this slow push in here. Looks like Luna's just trying to get some value here using that ult there with the curtain call to try and get Aatrox some value, but really nothing gets kind of put out of that. It's just a very stagnant thing. The root does happen from Jin's W, but again, this is kind of not a wet noodle fight per se, but that is
Aatrox got caught. But it's Aatrox.
Oh, Aatrox, ladies and
He gets
gentlemen.
one.
Well, no, we got finessed by the Renata.
Got two.
There's no.
Oh my goodness, the sustain.
Technically, he only got until, like I said, they need Grievous Wounds. They don't have it yet, so there's just no damage.
Yeah.
Aatrox is just one. Yeah, Aatrox is basically Jesus right now. He does die here though,
Ooh.
and
yeah,
Swain gets a
turn
900
on.
shot. That's a huge shutdown for
Might
Swain.
get
And
more here.
Oh no
That's two.
way! No!
Oh, Renata!
Doesn't matter.
Oh, the burn though.
Swain gets two there. The
no.
Lily's now. Oh my lord! No
Oh
way!
no, this Swain. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wow, what an amazing play from Kato.
That's fine, honestly. If you're Kadon, you just got yourself your Leandries and you got yourself an Oblivion Orb. You just got yourself your Grievous Wounds and your Mythic. Now this Aatrox is so much weaker now. Sure, he's 8-1. And sure,
I mean, he's
your
trying to keep at 16. Like...
Here's the other thing, by the way. You want to hear something really interesting right now? Ord has been doing nothing but farming for the last, 2 or 3 minutes. Actually, since the game started. Aatrox is going back top lane to prevent this Ornn from taking the top tier, but he's just walking down to Herald.
Yeah, they need this Herald for that bonus.
This is Ocean. This is almost Ocean Soul here, too. That's the other thing to think about. We almost have an Ocean Soul.
Mana and health regen is going to be huge, especially for Memphis, who aren't as tanky.
Well, it's really good for Aatrox. Everyone else obviously benefits from it, but it's not as efficient. But for the other team, Swain, Ornn, and Volibear, they all benefit. And even Seraphine, that mana regen is huge for Seraphine.
Right, they really need to be able to get this. They need to take Drake away from them.
Absolutely.
Wow,
they
3 Grievous Wound items on them, though.
3 Grievous Wounds, and that's pretty good. And if that Swain Orb hit, that probably would have been a decent chunk of damage to all those targets. But right now, the issue is Swain is in the bot lane alone right now. They could just genuinely have all 5 champions, all 5 players just turn onto the Swain and get a free kill here.
Volley is getting rift right now.
Volley, yeah, I guess
Memphis needs to go for that Drake.
They need to know that they need to get this Drake right now, but Swain's just pushing up. Swain does not care. Swain might be the bait here to try and waste as much time as possible. They're going right for this Drake here. Swain might... Oh, what if Swain... I was gonna say, what if Swain went for the Orb to steal it?
That would
got
be
it.
crazy.
I'd freak out. That'd be such a cool play. No, that's going into the side of Memphis. Getting their first that's their first Ocean Drake here for this game. Definitely a very valuable item. Rift Herald does go to the Oliver, and they're using that top lane immediately to get that value. They're just rushing. That is, Galleon's getting chunked out a bit. Everfrost does allow Ninetales to get out of that fight. But now Aatrox is trying to go in for some... Aatrox is just... Oh my lord. And looks like all the ults coming out. They're turning onto this ult. They're trying to turn onto the Aatrox, but Galleon's here! Galleon just TP'd in. Galleon does have the teleport. And a big Forge God hit. Double knockup again. That's huge! Galleon, yeah, Ninetales just goes down immediately. That Drowsy does that.
Going in.
And a huge... The W gets blocked anyways, but it doesn't matter. Renata gets the picks up. And now, just the bot lane is just...
Wait, Rift is pushing top, though.
And Swain's just pushing bot side. Swain does not give a hoot nor holler about the enemy team.
Yeah.
That was the thing about that. They traded 1 for 2 there. And a fight that they were supposed to lose to begin with because it was a 45.
Right.
That's not bad if you're BU.
No.
That...
I mean, dang. Almost got top tier at 2. I mean, wow, that's Swain level right now too. He's on par with Aatrox. Besides that, gold disadvantage, they have a really good chance of taking this back.
Absolutely.
Aatrox definitely has a bit of gold now, though. He hasn't back since way before.
Absolutely.
Baron's up in 5. I don't think any team is strong enough.
No,
to
yeah,
but-
maybe. I wish we had one game where just someone just played Master Yi, got hyperfed, and just decided to just 1v1 every single objective in the game. Just could survive under Nexus, all that, and Fountain, all that.
Yeah.
The dreams.
That'd be fun game to watch.
And definitely just seeing now, these two teams are now just trying to desperately gain control of the match. There is a 500 gold difference right now. That's it. 500. That is the starting amount of gold one player gets at the beginning of the game. There is not much between these two teams right now. One team has one more Drake. One team has one more turret. And and one team has more kills. This is this is literally going to be a game of inches now. This is what I was hoping for. There's no team at a direct advantage at the moment. This is awesome. There's 5 Grievous Wounds items for Bethel. They want this Aatrox dead as Elvis every single time. They don't care what it takes. Granted, that is the appropriate strategy for this game. It looks like Swain might be trying to go for that Demonic Embrace to get some extra chunk damage, which is absolutely a valid strategy here. They're paying that Ocean. They want it up in 2 minutes. Both teams desperately need to get control of this dragon, because whoever gets dragon control can potentially try and go rush a Baron fight. And it looks like they're just trying to kill this Ornn here. He just goes for the Unstoppable. It gets rooted though with the handshake. Does have to force the flash out. That is very unfortunate. Caitlyn does get a decent chunk of damage. That red buff burn is a little strong, actually. Swain is just trying to disengage here, trying to avoid dying. That roll is coming down. Not going to hit him, thankfully, but they are going to try and go for that Scuttle Crab here. Getting it a little early. You want to try and... There's still about 4 minutes left until that next Drake, it looks like. Or sorry, my apologies. I was wrong. There's about a... I'm looking at blue buff timer. Yeah, I'm looking at a blue buff timer. Yeah, we got about a minute. Now. So with 1 minute left on the clock, both teams really need this. And it looks like Chill Viper, they know they got the Scuttle Crab, they get the information now. All they have to do is just wait out the timer on it. It lasts for about a minute and a half, so there's some definite time.
They're setting up for this. I think we're gonna see a nice 5v5 here.
Oh baby, Swain ult, Ornn ult, Volibear ult, Caitlyn ult, Seraphine. Every single ultimate up. There is going to be so much. There's going to be so much stuff on the screen that we're not going to know what to do with.
And honestly, that Renata ult might just turn the entire fight around. Like if she gets a fat one down the river.
There's one option. There's 2 options here. Either Renata gets a phenomenal ultimate, a phenomenal 5-man ult, or 9-man ult in this situation, gets the value, or worst case scenario gets picked off early. It looks like they're trying to just nuke this Aatrox. Aatrox is getting chunked.
Jeez,
He doesn't care. He just gets full back to health. He was at a quarter of HP and he's now almost full again. This champion is absolutely bonkers when full HP. And it looks like Bond Woman. Yep, this is just looking like Bond Woman's game. Everyone else is playing this lobby. Volibear, Ornn go down. No. Seraphine is now just dead too. Giving that kill to Volibear, and Swain is just in the backline. Caitlyn is just trying to get out, and that is looking like a 2 Drake setup for Memphis, and it looks like this game is going to be going in their favor for the time being.
Memphis is definitely.
And oh no, Swain might get picked off here, ladies and gentlemen. Swain looks like
a fair fight.
Swain's very strong right now. Swain's at level above actually, but the rest of the team is still there. Sure, both teams. Neither player has ult right now. Swain does not have any disengage. This is looking like a Swain going to get picked out here by Aatrox.
Oh no.
And the BM!
That's so toxic.
This is disrespectful. They're gonna give it to Galio to get him fed.
Yep, get him some kills.
Oh, that's terrible. That's foul. Eel.
Wow.
Well played in the chat. So, again, that's just a Swain overextending. That does happen. To the best of us. But the issue is here now is a lot of these players are building multiple components for different items here for this, Chemtech Putrefier, sorry, English is hard, is picked up for Seraphine now. So they do have that extra set of Grievous Wounds from supporting. But Caitlyn is just kind of trying to do their own thing, just trying to get some XP right now, kind of doing some silly little dances. Oh no! Oh!
Caitlyn's just so behind on items and gold. This is just gonna be a little bit hard for her. And hopefully they can get that second item in, and they'll be set. Like, for a Baron fight here. Aatrox is just a menace on the field right now. Just doesn't care. He'll go in. Ornn outside. Ornn does have TP. So does Galio.
Mm-hmm.
Get wary. Aatrox is all alone right now. Got 4 on him. Oh, that ball.
Look at that again. Bot is like
getting caught out with no Qs.
Oh, that is just huge. Yeah, they're fighting each other, but who cares? Swain's just like, I don't care. That shutdown goes to Volibear. Not exactly the best target for that, but who cares? Orange having the wet noodle fight in the bot lane here, just trying to get fed right now. I love these wet noodle fights that they're having. Ornn does have the Forge Fire, by the way, now. Ornn has the first item upgrade of the lobby. And there's a lot of chunk damage going into this fight. The thing about this right now is Ornn isn't exactly the strongest champion in the damage output, but Ornn can just stall for so long. And without Galio there to help them, this is a 4v3. This is absolutely huge. They can take this Baron.
Galio getting canceled from Ornn.
Oh, nice,
what an
dude.
amazing cancel.
Ramayana just said,
Rihanna getting 2 as a sleep.
That might change it. Kindred Guardian gets 2. Is it gonna be 3?
There's 3?
Is it gonna? It's gonna be 3.
No.
Is it gonna be the Quadra? Is it gonna be the Quadra? Swain is dead, ladies and gentlemen, and Quadra kill. They take it for themselves.
Baron.
Ornn had TP. Ornn should have definitely tried to TP up there now, but now Ornn is gonna get focused out. This is just 6,000 goal difference, 27 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I think we might be seeing close to GG's here. University of Memphis going from starting so far behind initially, going to this strong.
Oh yeah. It's great to see that Renata's still getting that full value. Lilia just really showing up there, showing why she's such a good player. Scoreboard isn't updating more.
And you know what I do like about this Lilia strategy too? She just decided to build a tank item. Even though she's this fed, she can go full damage right now.
Oh yeah.
Just get Rabadons, Void Staff, not even care about building anything defensively, but she still did this for the sake of staying strong. And staying the sustained.
Then also, gives her tons of movement speed, which just makes her just even faster and harder to hit. Yeah, I would definitely take that MR with Swain being so strong. Same with Seraphine. She doesn't even have that many AP items, and she does so much damage. Dragon is coming up in a couple seconds here, though. Another Ocean Dragon.
Absolutely. They really want this Drake, and they're just going for it. They don't care. They have to. BU just has to. Pilot just has to play slow here. Ornn's gonna take this top turret. Ornn's level 15. Has Ornn given any? Ornn has given the Typhoon to Caitlyn. That's Tony does not care. Tony's dead. Tony is just gone. Woman is just like, haha, funny damage.
Oh my! He's just tanking it all.
But they don't get the kill.
That's true. That's true.
That is actually, they do take a turret,
they
but
also lost top turret.
Darkrai is still alive. So you know what? Mazel tov, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, without the Ignite, that is huge. This is such an awkward... They definitely should have brought that Ignite, I think. Or at least one Ignite, at least one of these champions. Maybe Swain, maybe Caitlyn. Caitlyn could have ran it at this point.
I think you give it to Seraphine.
Yeah, probably. Ornn trying to deny recalls. But doing it in the worst way possible by just running face first without any care in the world. Yeah, there's still one more upgrade to go about. Who is he going to upgrade here? I assume he's going to be upgrading Swain here.
Swain, yeah.
I would assume is the best case.
Swain, or if they really want more, they don't really need, Volley to be that much tankier with Ornn existing. But Sorry, Ornn needs to start joining these fights though. He's getting those good split pushes in, but his team just really needs him. Especially for that knock-up and anti-heal. It's so important to have him. Because like Kate, he's just he's kind of like he doesn't have that like front line that he's used to, like that Nautilus.
Right, it's interesting,
that.
but the thing is, they needed some range. They needed some range,
Right.
some range burn.
Man, yeah, the Aatrox is just in there, like getting
Aatrox just doesn't give a damn, for lack of a better term. Swain is just getting burnt out like right now, and they're still trying to jump on this.
Really
but Caitlyn does take out Caitlyn does take out that Aatrox there.
There's that Ornn ult popping up.
The Ram God doesn't matter though. Kadani does go down, as does Viber. And we're looking at a very close ending game here. The sniper from Caitlyn does hit that Lilia, but that really didn't do much because she was at like full HP to begin with.
Gonna sleep these.
And nap time for pilots here, as it seems as though we might be seeing the end of the game here very shortly. With 2.5 minutes on the clock, and that Jhin is so strong.
Yeah.
That is just, this is just goofy. That Kindred Garden is absolutely dominating here. But we just have to appreciate all of these, like, this is just a very intense game, and up to the very, very end. 10,000 gold differential, just about. Inhibitor is now broken. Are they going to push for Nexus turrets? There's about... They are going to...
wait.
Wow. Okay, Caitlyn, chill. Caitlyn, it's just a game. They're using Chem Tank Volley. Oh, that was a risky flash, and that did not pay off for Viber. Used it a little too early there. Gamer Luna does get out there safely. With a minute left on Baron, things are looking dicey. Last time this Baron happened, BU started the Baron and lost it. So let's see how this goes.
I think if they keep what is that Tony? If they can keep him alive, like they could win very easily, and they have that frontline sustain and backline support for him. Like, if he can just stay alive and get some help, they could take Baron and possibly end. It's like both teams are setting up, trying to keep lanes pushed up in general. A little bit more gold for everybody.
Absolutely, we slowly but surely getting towards this end game here. With a minute left on this Ocean Soul, there's one of two options here if you're pilots. You either give up the Ocean Soul and try to force the Baron at the same time, or you fight the Ocean and risk losing the game. Neither of these are very good situations, because if you give up Ocean Soul, Aatrox is basically unkillable for the rest of the game. Because as you know, 4 Ocean Souls plus the Ocean Soul itself, 4 Ocean Drakes plus the Ocean Soul itself is basically just means Aatrox will never die.
Kindergarten did caught out here, but
Kindred does not care. Kindred is fine.
Fast.
Kindred's okay.
She's also fast.
Yeah, and I don't think that. So it looks like. Funny enough, by the way, so fun fact, they actually gave Moonstone Renewer upgrade. So that's a bit of a troll. And it looks like this game might be over now. This fight is slowly ending. Only Caitlyn and Swain remain. They're both getting chunked out hard here. Swain trying their absolute best to stay alive. Gets nuked but Swain does get the kill still. This is now a 3v1. This is a 3v1 Caitlyn versus 3. Can this happen?
I believe.
Do you? You're a believer? Bit of a believer here? Do you hold on to that feeling?
Yep, Kate, I can see it. He's about to turn up.
Let's see it. With 9 seconds left for Seraphine to come back, this could potentially change drastically. But they're just gonna go right. They're going right to Soul. They're like, all right, Aatrox will be back up soon. Aatrox is almost like Guardian Angel. Let's make Aatrox basically the definition of unstoppable.
Volley's gonna be up in 5. He could run, and you could see a steal happen here. Like, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe they kill this fast. Maybe I'm hoping a little smart. Ooh, I think they're gonna try to go for that Baron. I don't know if that's exactly what you want to do, especially with top and bot lane being pushed up. I think you should prioritize just clearing those out first. Especially this top tower is about to go very, very low.
And just,
There's
yeah,
the
they're starting this Baron. This is looking very dicey. Ocean Soul is given. Aatrox is... Aatrox has GA too, by the way. So, this is not great.
He's
That is...
going.
Oh, he does not care. Oh.
Man, they have vision though, and he steals it. They didn't clear vision. He gets it.
Or Chill Viber sacrifices his life to get the Baron.
Oh,
That is
no.
no, Darkrai.
Darkrai.
No, Darkrai is dead. Darkrai does not live here. Oh,
We're
no,
trying
this-
to help.
I think that didn't matter. I think this might be GG's for the match. 18 kill differential, almost 1,000 gold, or 10,000 gold actually. Ornn does go down to the Lilia passive, and
I mean,
it's
Kate and
looking-
Swain are still alive. Swain has ult. He has.
Swain
he
has
doesn't
ult.
have Riftmaker actually. He won Leandre's.
And they finally got. They actually got the mythic upgrades finally for that ADC and for that, but that's just the Drake's going down immediately. Swain is just in there. Swain
Aatrox
is
is low.
Swain is just doing some nuclear damage with that Leandre's.
Getting that GA off. Are they able to stall this even longer with stronger minions?
No. The upgraded minions, you're right.
Yeah,
they can't
they
kill them.
stay- they-
That's huge. They actually stalled
And
that.
Kate is just using them.
What?
Oh no.
No!
Overpush.
They overextended. Oh, but the Drake is the Guardian Angel. Oh, that's it. That was a troll. Tony gets pushed too far, and it looks as though the inhibitor respawned. Ha!
Ooh.
That does not help him. I don't think that much. Inhibitor is now broken again, and it
Jeez,
looks as though
damage is
Aatrox.
unreal.
So to give everyone in chat a reference, Aatrox has done about 5,000 damage with items exclusively, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. 36-14. University of Memphis brings it back. I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
Bod Woman kind of carried that game, that series. That was exclusively Bod Woman. At that second and third game were basically on their back. 2 top damage games and just absolutely stunning top gaps. I think
Yeah.
Rawayana, I think the thing that trolled them was definitely that second game, was that just a very awkward composition. You're
Yeah.
not just running that set, just didn't kind of lost them that tempo. And now they got to pick that aggressive Aatrox play into an Ornn, and just that double kill early just set it off. From there, it was just an Aatrox with double buffs, just kind of nuking everything in one shot. That's it. But
Honestly, yeah.
with that being said, however, I will want to say congratulations to both teams. You guys both had spectacular games. All the games were spectacular to watch. Like, they were just great game. They were great games overall. Absolutely. The other thing that I noticed that game was very interesting is Jin had the lowest CS on his own team. That is not common for an ADC to have. Usually, ADC players usually have the highest CS in the server. So to see that is very impressive. I guess they didn't really need to farm as much once they got to the mid game and late game, because team fights were happening pretty much every minute or two.
Right.
But it's still very interesting to observe. But I still want to congratulate University of Memphis. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're good. I was gonna
Well-
say, like, Jin he kind of struggles more with farming because of his 4 shots
Right.
plus that pressure bot lane.
Oh, for sure. That you do make up a very good argument, but I think we can unanimously agree here. Player of the match is absolutely Bod Woman.
Yeah, those last 2 games, but no.
Those were just dominant performances. That Mordekaiser and Aatrox, I will put money. Like, I think the bans are going to be the Kindred ban, the Aatrox ban, the Mordekaiser ban, Graves, and maybe Viego are going to be like permanent ban staples.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that's prioritizing the ban on, Kindred.
You still
Guardian
no,
is
you still
the
you still
best.
you still ban Kindred. You still ban Kindred.
I think you
first.
still ban Kindred, but doing 5 bans on jungle, like, her pool is just so large that, like,
Right.
you can't really get that character that, she's
Oh.
not going to dominate on.
Absolutely. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our last match for tonight. 2-1, University of Memphis defeating in a very intense series. Bethel Pilots. We want to thank both teams for coming out tonight. We want to thank you, the chat, and viewers for coming out and watching and supporting your favorite teams tonight. And I believe we will have a game tomorrow or Saturday streamed. Confirmation from the big boss or production, I have no idea. One of the two, hopefully, will respond. Copium? So we don't know. There will be a game eventually, ladies and gentlemen. When it'll be is a mystery to all of us. However, to all of you, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful weekend. Friday's tomorrow, so make sure it's a good one. Much love to you all, and sleep well.
Wait, player of the match.
We already said that
Oh, yeah.
already. We already said that. Big women.
Who's that,
Interview.
Bod. Oh, Bod.
Interview.
Yeah, you're right. Bod. Yeah, Bod
Okay.
woman. Move them in here. If they're already. If they're.
Nah.
Yes. Bod woman, you are our player of the match for tonight. How are you feeling after that intense series?
Really exciting. It's first time joining Esports team to win the first game.
Well, congratulations to you. Now, that first game, you did have a bit of a struggle against that Fiora, but those next two games were just absolute dominant performances. Do you think it was just kind of being able to play those strong carry top laners kind of helped you out a lot? That Mordekaiser, that Aatrox kind of gave you that advantage.
After the first game, we have good team conversation, team conversation, and then we're having a more cooperate ban and the pick. That's all.
Well, I gotta say, you guys did phenomenal tonight. Those were very amazing games from you and your entire team. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys keep going in the tournaments. And do you have anything you want to say? Any shout outs or anything like that?
LeBron James. That's all. See you guys
Yeah,
later.
let's go. Alrighty, thank you so much, Bod. Much appreciated. You have a good night, man.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, and with that, we finished it off. I'm not going to do my whole spiel again about good night, good morning, whatever. Just have a great evening. Make sure you guys don't get into too much trouble out there. Again, this has been fmell's Monthly Melee. I'm JMX. Joining me was Evan Drakes tonight, and Temperance on the production tonight. Much appreciates all of you, and shout out to fmell who just kind of sat there. Love fmell.
Yeah.
Love fmell.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.